Danganronpa.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Danganronpa 2 is the moment we have all been waiting for. The very end, the last bit. Almost done. The final class trial thing. Is it a class trial? I don't know if it's a class trial or not. It's a class trial format kind of thing. But I was informed that Chapter 5 was the last class trial. So this is the last... I don't even know. Chapter 6, stroke 0 was weird. It even describes it in-game as Chapter 0 and 6. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. We could turn the difficulty right up for the end. Or not. I don't think there was anything we could actually buy, was there? Kind of pondered this on Sunday. And I don't think there was much to prepare. I think we were about as prepared as we could ever really hope to be. So I suppose maybe we should just head on in. Proceed to class trial. Are you ready? Oh, I'll never be ready. But let's do it.
I did say I wanted you guys to know the outside world, but this is still a questionable starting topic. Let me ask you this. What is this world's true identity?
Huh? This world's true identity? What kind of question is that?
We know the answer. We've been spoon-fed all these answers for 2 to 3 hours. This world's true identity, if I answer this, it will be true. And that lie will become the truth. Meaning it wasn't a lie in the first place. I don't know why you're still expecting these to be lies. You've been told time and time again, this is the truth. I know it's a weird truth, but, like, has anything made sense so far? But there's no way I can leave it unanswered. Hangman's gown. Oh no! Okay. Oh no. You in. Oh, virtual. Virtual is what that's gonna say, isn't it? No, it's not. That was wrong. AV artificial? No. No, but all these letters work towards making virtual, right? Or did I not? Oh, well, I clicked the right. Ah, right. That's what I did wrong. I clicked the wrong button. I got rid of it instead of selecting it. That's so me. I only need one R. The I. Use an I. There's an. Oh, I lost the frig. Damn it. I. R. Get out of here. Don't need you. Go there. Oh, damn it, that was too big. Still need a T. There's a T. T U A L. Okay, virtual. Okay.
I got it.
I hate these. Guessing exactly what they want. I mean, I was like, is it Neo World Order? Is it artificial?
This world. This Jabberwock Island we're on.
It's virtual.
It's a virtual world that was inspired by the actual Jabberwock Island.
So, what was the point of me doing the Hangman's Gambit if Monokuma was literally just going to tell us the answer?
Hey!
So, this isn't the real world, but if you want, you can call it the game world. You get it? It's all just one big game.
Are you friggin' serious?
Which means they played games within the game. Oh my god. Meta. Yo dog, I heard you like games. I suppose that's just like, it's kind of like an emulator. I mean, like you could play NES games within Animal Crossing, which was a game within a game. That makes sense.
Don't fucking mess with me, you bastard! Did you have us all come here just to tell us bullshit?
If this is a game, are my words being displayed in a text window right now? That's stupid. There's no way that's even possible.
I know! The all-in-your-minds trope makes you feel such cruel despair! But who cares? I've revived all the suspense and mystery with just one line!
Is there suspense mystery? I mean, like... Okay, there's mystery, but... The suspense, the whole... Ooh... It's your lives on the line in this deadly game... It's like, well, none of this was real. Nobody really died, right? Everybody's still alive. Everybody's still okay. I feel like that removes some of the suspense. You know, it adds a lot of mystery, I'm sure, for the people who didn't do the investigation thoroughly, but...
'Cause it's a game!
Yeah.
Then we were forced to kill each other.
In a game. Yeah. Not for reals. Right? Unless you die in the game and you die in real life, much like Canada, then, that could be a thing.
'Cause it's a game!
A lot of crazy shit happened.
'Cause it's a game?
'Cause it's a game!
We're the only people here.
'Cause it's a game?
'Cause it's a game!
Monokuma's nonsensical abilities.
Was that also 'cause it was a game?
'Cause it's a game!
Don't fuck with me! That's not even possible!
I know you guys are pissed, but you were having fun too, right? A world where anything goes only exists in games. So just force yourself to accept it. This closed space, this game world, was the true stage of this killing school trip.
Just stop. There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna believe that.
Back in the day, people must have reacted the same way when they first saw the airplane take flight. But like wearing contact lenses, it'll stop feeling strange once you just get used to it.
Please do not compare reality to contact lenses.
I mean, if this really is a virtual world, what does that make us?
You better not say we're fictional characters.
The Future Foundation created this world using a program called the Neo World Program. It's programmed to place the user in a virtual world by synchronizing directly with the user's brain.
Ooh, Matrixy.
Which means your body still exists in the real world. But right now, you're completely submerged in the game world, as if you're dreaming or something.
So, do we get a red pill, blue pill thing? I guess that's what the buttons are, really.
Simply put, you're, you know, not aviators, but...
You mean Avatar, right? An existence created in the game is a copy of the user's real body.
But we're not just regular avatars, right?
Your avatars were constructed by removing a specific thing from your bodies in the real world.
What did you remove?
Brains? Or just memories? Maybe just the memories. Specific thing was removed from my body. Definitely talking about the school memories. Yeah. Our ultimate talents. That's why I don't have a talent. They stole mine in order to put me in a virtual reality.
I see!
What was removed from us was our school memories, right?
Which means we're avatars that were created from our memories from before we entered the academy?
So that's why we don't have our memories of our lives at Hope's Peak Academy? Don't talk like that! Like we're made from memories of the past. Like we're avatars. Like this is a game world.
Jordan, hey, thanks for coming out to the finale. I presume this will be the finale. I've been assured that this is close enough to be the finale that I could do it in one go. We'll see. We'll see. I hope I haven't hyped it up too much to the point where it gets to midnight. I'm like, well, we ain't done yet. Bye, guys.
How'd we end up talking about sci-fi crap? I'll never believe it!
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not sci-fi, it's a game!
This world is a virtual reality created by a computer program. We can't proceed if we don't accept it. Is believing him really the only thing we can do? Man, that is a lot of options. Alright, let's see what's going down here.
Is there any evidence that this is really a game world?
You are the evidence!
What does that mean?
Your avatar's made of memories from before you entered the school! But your actual bodies in the real world are different. Though you have no memories of your time living your school life, your real bodies actually lived that life!
What game world? What avatar? I'm a human being with a real body!
This is a virtual world where avatars that are created for this world. I want to believe something like that, but I think I need to agree with
Is there any
Monokuma.
evidence that this is really a game world?
So what do we know? What was the hope cultivation plan? Consolidating results of research to create true hope. I don't think that's necessarily it. A neo-world program is allows subjects to experience synthetic virtual world. Can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in synthetic virtual worlds. Possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. Is that what I need to use, or I just need to use that on Monokuma?
You are the evidence!
What does that mean?
Your avatar's made of memories from before you entered the school! But your actual bodies in the real world are different. Though you have no memories of your time living your school life, your real bodies actually lived that life!
That's not what I wanted. Actually live that life. I need to find something that agrees with your real bodies actually live that life. What about Tragedy of Hope's Peak?
Crap!
Yeah, in retrospect, that was a
Is there
stupid
any
choice.
evidence that this is really a game world?
You are the evidence!
Try the Tragedy of Hope's Peak.
What does that mean?
If we are students at Hope's Peak and the Tragedy of Hope's Peak
Your
happened, we must
avatars
presumably
made
have
of
been there at the
memories
right
from
time.
before
So we
you
must have
entered the
lived.
school. But your actual
this.
bodies in the real world are different. Though you have no memories of your time living your school life, your real bodies actually lived
Damn
that
it,
life.
that was wrong. Also, that's wrong apparently.
Crap!
Damn it, how do I prove we actually lived that life? List of subjects? Was that an option? Could I use list of subjects there?
Is there any evidence that this is really a game world?
Yeah, I think that might be the one.
You are the evidence!
What does that mean?
Your avatar's made of memories from before you entered the school! But your actual bodies in the real world are different. Though you have no memories of your time living your school life, your real bodies actually lived that life!
Okay, cool.
That
Nailed
must
it.
be it.
At last. We saw our names on a blackboard. This proves things.
Earlier, in the teacher's lounge, I found this strange newspaper clipping.
I mean, all the evidence we're going to be able to use in this trial are things that we found in the virtual world created by Monokuma. So... why are we arguing with Monokuma about these things? Like, if you're going to use them as an argument, you've essentially accepted them as truth and there's nothing to argue about anyway. If you haven't accepted them as truth, you have no evidence to work with anyway. Weird. I guess the alter ego stuff
There's
could
a
be
picture
accepted.
of Hyoko, but she looked more like an adult than the Hyoko we knew.
Oh, that makes some sense.
Like an adult? What does that mean?
Since we're avatars right now, we look exactly as we did before we entered the school. But in the real world, we've already lived out our school lives. Which means we've grown that much older. And among us, some aged so much we didn't recognize them.
And you were saying that happened to Hyoko?
It appears Hyoko had a growth spurt during the school year. Looks like the other shorty graduated, Fuyuhiko.
I can't believe that. You're just making shit up.
Oh, he's jealous he didn't get a growth spurt.
But if you guys only had memory loss,
That's so silly.
your body still should have grown during that time, right? So you should have felt your bodies go through growth spurts. But why didn't you guys recognize each other?
Because we did not know each other before we lost our memories.
If we all met after we lost our school memories, it's no different than meeting each other for the first time. Since we didn't know each other before that, we wouldn't have noticed how much we've all grown.
No, hold on. If we didn't know each other before, and we wouldn't have known if we aged or not by looking at each other, then wouldn't he have noticed a difference? Who? Who would have noticed a difference? Monokuma, presumably.
Crap!
No. Okay. Who the heck would have known? Just think about it again. If we didn't know each other before, and we wouldn't have known if we'd aged, wouldn't he have noticed a difference? Kind of narrows it down to... Fuyuhiko? There's not many options here. There's only 3 guys here. One of them's me. I'm not quite following the thread of this.
You're the only one!
Okay, okay. Yo, hey.
Hey, Fuyuhiko. You knew Peko for a long time, right?
Yeah, you haven't missed that much. I'm just struggling with some of the thread of the logic of some of these puzzles, I think. But hey, welcome. Yeah, and I figured Fuyuhiko knew people, so he might notice things, maybe.
Yeah, now that you mention it. Seems weird.
I thought it might have something to do with his sister, actually.
No. Now that I think about it, it's definitely strange.
Strange? What is?
Our school memories. About how many days' worth were taken away.
As the creators of the Neo World program, only the Future Foundation would know the details, but around 2 or 3 years worth, I assume.
That long?
Peko and I have seen each other almost every single day of our lives. If we lost 2 years worth of memories, we would have noticed that we were older than we remembered.
So, does that mean our memory loss is another one of Monokuma's lies?
Your refusal to accept your mutual memory loss is why you can't notice all the important parts. You've lost your memories, end of story. You guys are avatars who had their memories taken from them.
I'm not entirely wrapping my head around, like, the logic here. It's... they saw each other every day up until the class... the school life started, at which point their memories are wiped from that point onwards. So why would they have noticed anything? They have no memory of each other beyond that point. As far as their memories go, that is the current time in their life. The start of coming to Hope's Peak Academy. Right? I don't follow that.
This is a virtual world, and we're virtual avatars. Are you saying we just have to accept that?
I can feel my heartbeat, and I know what I smell like. So what do you call these things I'm feeling? Are you saying these are all lies?
Just because it's a game doesn't mean everything was a lie. Have you heard that when you're hypnotized to believe you've been burned, a burn mark will really appear?
So if our brains believe something is real, it's no different than if it actually happened?
Now that you mention it, I did hear about a phenomenon quite similar to that.
Is this how they explain that if you die in the game, you die in real life?
In a distant country, there was a certain experiment carried out on one of their prisoners. The prisoner was blindfolded, strapped to a bed, and had small wounds applied to his toes to drain his blood. That prisoner was left alone in the experiment room, as the sound of dripping blood echoed throughout the room. But in fact, his blood was not being drained. He was just forced to listen to the sound of dripping water, but he believed he was bleeding to death. However, in spite of that, the prisoner still died.
As expected of Miss Sonia, your knowledge of state-sanctioned torture is amazing.
Her knowledge of state-sanctioned torture is creepy as heck.
If a lie is a believable lie, you're saying it might become the truth? We're really just connected to machines and stuff. And our consciousness was uploaded into here.
They are still virtual, yes. They have not come back to real life yet. This is the final class trial thingy, class trial-ish thingy, taking place inside the virtual world, where they're discussing whether it is or is not a virtual world, and generally being fairly resistant to the idea, yeah.
So we genuinely believe that this game world was real.
Then, the Jabberwock Island we've been living on.
Of course, that's also a virtual world.
No, the Titty Typhoon's not real! No!
That sea,
All
that
this time.
beach, the buildings, everything. It's all a virtual world created by the Neo World program.
Oh, what a tease, what a tease. As if the Titty Typhoon is not a real place. I am so disappointed.
It's just like this space we're in right now. What we see before us is a virtual environment created by the program.
You know all that hoo-ha with the back and the forth on the funhouse? The funhouse wasn't real anyway, and they could have just made that, like, literally any way he wanted. And it was a video game. It didn't have to make sense. It could have been Portal physics.
It looks real because our brains think it's real.
That's why, in the end... it was all just a creation. That's the truth. Oh, now we've straight up just gone into the Matrix. The truth is it was all a lie. That is this world's truth.
If everything's a lie, then what should we believe?
Who cares if it's a lie?
Hey, what are you getting at?
I mean, if this is really a game world, everything that happened here took place inside the game, right?
Then that must mean...
No, you literally just explained this yourself, like, 30 seconds ago.
That's right. The killings we were forced to commit were part of some silly game.
But they believed they died in the game, which they believed to be real, so they died in real life.
Everyone who was killed should still be alive in the real world.
No, you literally just discussed this.
Oh yeah. Just because they died in the virtual world doesn't mean they died in real life.
No, the Neo World program is literally like Canada. You die there, you die in real life.
So you are saying everyone is still alive?
Yeah, that's it. Isn't that right, Monokuma? What's so funny?
If a lie is a believable lie, it might become the truth. That's what you said earlier, Fuyuhiko.
Don't tell me. You mean...
The Neo World program isn't just any game. It's next-gen software containing the ultimate reality. And speaking of that reality, if a player's avatar experiences death, their brains inside their actual bodies will stop functioning too!
What?
Then, everyone who died...
It's not like their bodies are completely dead, so I can't say it's a true death, but...
Yeah, I mean, like, if they didn't actually suffer any physical trauma or anything actually at all, it seems like it would not be beyond the realms of medical science to bring them back from that state. Right? I don't know. It's like, they've died, but they've died for literally no reason. It's still a completely 100% functioning and healthy body otherwise. That's a good point. What if they believe that they won't die, so much so like Gundam that they live on in the real world? Yeah, I mean... Gundam's a weird anomaly, I'll give you that. He did believe himself to basically be God.
That's why it's actually crueler instead. All that's left of them are empty husks.
Are you saying they will never awaken again?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, nobody's gonna appreciate a game where you don't die when you're supposed to, right?
What game? That's not what we risked our lives for.
If you want to be mad, please be mad at the Future Foundation. They're forcing you to play this game.
No, objection. The Future Foundation wanted us to live in harmony and peace and joy and make friends with each other, and this trial was supposed to be like, hey, aren't you guys all really good friends? If you guys are really good friends, press the button that says you win the game. That was Monomi's deal. AKA Miss, I'm from the Future Foundation.
Future Foundation? The people from the Future Foundation made us play this sick game? Everything was their doing?
Nope.
Then Monomi and Chiaki were...
Nope.
They betrayed the Future Foundation to protect us. And then... they were taken out.
Nope. That's going in a strange direction. I feel we're going to have to argue against this.
I see. So our real enemy is the Future Foundation!
Nope. Still Monokuma. Future Foundation is our real enemy? Is that it? Is that really it? No, because we've got to go to a non-stop debate. The Hope Cultivation Plan, I think? No, let's see
The
where this
Neo
goes.
World program was developed by... the Future Foundation, right?
The ones who trapped us in here. It's all the Future Foundation's doing, right?
And the enemy is the Future Foundation! I mean, a group that would make a killing game. There's no way they're good guys! Then the Future Foundation is... truly an organization of evil!
I don't think we agree with that. I think we dispute the killing game bit. Which probably dispute using... Nah, that's not it. It was a program for creating hope, but became filled with death and violence when it was infected by a virus. That is... Are we not going to give Alter Ego away kind of a bit by breaking it, by discussing this now? Isn't this going to be a little bit of a problem?
The Neo World program was developed by the Future Foundation, right?
The ones who trapped us in here. It's all the Future Foundation's doing, right?
And the enemy's the Future Foundation! I mean, a group that would make...
That'll do it.
No, that's wrong!
Fluxus, hi. Welcome to the things. Gonna watch the ending. Gonna stick around and watch the ending, are you?
Originally,
Cool.
in the world created by the Neo World program, a concept like violence never existed.
Then, why is there killing going on?
Because things got cray.
The virus that invaded this program is forcing us to kill each other.
That's a more concise and accurate explanation than mine, I think.
Could it be that virus is...
You're right. Until Monokuma appeared, this island was giving off a really peaceful vibe.
I mean, everyone was pretty weirded out, but generally it was a, hey, let's all be friends kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah. It didn't get weird until Usami was remodeled as Monami.
I don't know, it was pretty weird with Teru hanging around, but, you know, other than that.
Monami, what sort of role did such a lost girl like her have in this world?
Hey, don't change the subject!
That's also something we need to clear up. Monami, or Usami's role that she had in this world, was Monokuma's spare. Now, she was an observer.
I see! She was the observer of the Neo World program. Isn't that right?
That's right! She was an NPC that was assigned the role of observer.
NPC? What's that?
Non-player character. A character that's not controlled by a person. It's different from avatars like us.
Monami's existence was created entirely by the program, just to monitor the 15 of you.
Please wait! Did you just say 15 people?
This was pretty well dwelt on in the entire last trial, that Chiaki was not one of the students. I think we have established that by now.
Have you forgotten how to count? We're 16 people in total.
Did you forget an entire trial, guys?
He was probably excluding the other observer.
Huh? Another observer?
The other person from the Future Foundation. Oh my god, they beat you around the head with everything so much. And then other times they just, like, explain things really fast, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, if they just beat me around the head with everything so I can snark over it all the time, this would be probably about 20 hours longer, but I would I'd get it a lot better, I think. Like, all the time. Michiaki!
Aside from the 15 participants, there were 2 observers in the Neo World program. One of them was Monami, and the other one was...
Could it have been Chiaki?
Well done.
Yeah, you're right.
You're saying Chiaki was an NPC?
So you're saying she was just a program? And she didn't actually exist in real life?
Well, hang on. I mean, if she was... No, she wasn't. And secondly, if we're in the Matrix, and it does very much appear we're in the Matrix, couldn't Chiaki have just, like, had someone unplug her from the Matrix just before that final Tetris block dropped? That seems like a thing she could have done. She could be like, you know, yank me, here, bring a phone, call a phone. I presume you'd try and figure out a system that doesn't involve phones if you're going to invent a system where you might die in a machine. So, she probably had a thing, like, in one of her video games, like a button on her Game Boy that's actually like, hey, get out of this deadly existence. Just switch, just pull me out of the game, bring me back to life, keep me alive. I'm just really hoping Chiaki's still alive at the end of all this. That's really where I'm going with this.
Then, she wasn't human?
She didn't exist at all. Not human.
No, that's not it. Chiaki was really alive. Even if she was a virtual existence, she was really alive. Did you forget? She saved our lives, you know?
Don't get all mushy towards a game character!
Shut up!
What? us, she wasn't just a little game character, she was a lackey for the detestable World Ender.
World Ender.
Now that you mention it, you referred to the Future Foundation by that name before.
Yeah, and he's trying to throw you off, so stop listening to him.
That just means it was all a bluff, right? So we'd think that the Future Foundation was our enemy.
Yeah, emergency evacuation. If you're like in a position where you're like just observing the world and you stand a real risk of dying within that world, you wouldn't have a way where you couldn't get out of that. Yeah. You wouldn't be like, I'll just put myself at the same risk as all these people who are... I'm not sure entirely the reasoning for them being here in the first place. It seems like the reasoning for them being in this place was to try and undo the trauma of the tragedy and tragedies, plural I suppose, tragedy of Hope's Peak and greater tragedy at large. The greatest, most blah-de-blah, you know, that one. So yeah, I guess the theory is if they got a bunch of students, erased their memories, and rebuilt their school lives living in peace and harmony and becoming the greatest people they could possibly be in the world, then they could bring them back into reality as the greatest people in the world, and yeah, at the end of that they'd be like able to save the world, basically super people, I think, is probably kind of what this was.
Do not joke about the world ending!
No, there's no doubt that the Future Foundation is also World Ender. At least for those of us here.
So thinking about, yeah, following that train of thought, I guess, yeah, they couldn't have, like, brought the other people out, not, like, easily. Unless the virus just stops people for any reason leaving it, I don't know. I mean, I guess they're all plugged in different ways. It's like, if we continue this whole belabored Matrix analogy thing, it's like they're the people who are in the, like, pods fueling the machines in the Matrix, and Chiaki was more like the guys cruising around on the spaceship who can just plug themselves into the Matrix and go visit it when they want, but then can come out when they find a phone booth. Except, for God's sake, you need a better escape mechanism than a phone booth. I would hope that Alter Ego stroke Chihiro would have done a better job of fixing that. Well, I'm not sure how Chihiro's created this in the first place. Chihiro died. Chihiro definitely actually died. So, I don't know, maybe Alter Ego just lives on in a singularity. I don't know, this is just all a bit crazy. For everyone who's here...
Hey, what do you mean, those of us here? Why are you lumping us with you?
It's just a bluff.
Monokuma, what exactly are you? Why don't you just show us your true self already?
What, you can't talk?
It is cowardly of you to just ignore us!
Before I reveal my true identity to you guys, it appears the main cast has finally arrived!
Jeez, took their sweet time. Who the heck? This I've not really been able to figure out exactly what he's been talking about.
Main cast?
I feel like they've been hinting at it enough that you could probably figure it out, but I don't know, are we talking about the characters from the first game? Are they gonna, like, suddenly make some little weirdo appearance here, or what?
Speaking of which, this guy is a member of World Ender!
What? World Ender?
Okay, everything's broken. Hey,
It's
Makoto!
not the Future Foundation's fault. Rather, the fault lies
Big Mac! Hey everyone, Big Mac's back.
with you guys.
All right, I was waiting for you, Makoto! You finally arrived!
Makoto? Who's Makoto? I've never met a Makoto before.
My name is Makoto Naegi. Like you, I'm also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy. And right now, I'm a member of the Future Foundation.
You are from the Future Foundation?
Why did someone like you suddenly show up?
I got it. You came to save us, right? Then hurry up and save us!
The one bit of Makoto I'm looking at is the pin he's got on his lapel. Did he have that on him in the first game? I feel like I've seen that somewhere before, and I'm like, I can't remember if he had it on him in the first game, or if Chiaki had a similar pin on her, and there was like no way for you to know what that pin would have been or symbolized until this moment. But now I need to like go back and find it. Are there any pictures of Chiaki lying around? I need to Google this. Hang on. Chiaki Nanami. Thank you, Google autocomplete. That's exactly what I was looking for. There are not many Chiakis in the world. No, she did not have that. I guess he must have had that in the first game. Never mind. I'm wrong. That's pretty standard. It's okay.
Hey, what happened?
What is this? Isn't he acting a bit strange? This guy's attitude, it's as if he's being cautious of us?
Of course. I don't mind rescuing you guys. But before that, you all need to fully accept the situation you're in.
Situation we're in?
Why do you think the Future Foundation decided to put you guys into the Neo World program?
Who cares? Hurry up and get us out of here!
The Neo World program has another name. The Hope Restoration Program.
The Hope Restoration Program.
By now, you should understand your true identities.
Huh? Our true identities?
Aren't we the 15 survivors of Hope's Peak Academy who were rescued by the Future Foundation?
Well, at least they explained that bit instead of us having to argue over that bit.
Before you arrived here, Monokuma should have shown you guys some clues. Put them all together and try thinking about it.
Put it together and think. Oh no, logic dive! Well, at least it wasn't a Hangman's Gambit. Okay, we've got 3 things to do. Ugh, the last 2 have been like horrible ones. God, what's this one gonna be like? I could do it slowly, I suppose. Okay, that's not a question, that's just that's a light that deceives you. Light of deception. That's a question light. Who are the 15 survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? Hajime and the others. You know what happened with Makoto and the others. Or at least we did if we were paying attention in Danganronpa 1. Also, Hajime literally just said that that's who the survivors were. It was like, the 15 survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, that was us. Whoa, that's a hole in the floor. Oh god, I hate these things, I hate these guys. Oh no, oh no, oh no, that's gonna put a wall in front of me. They're gonna put a wall in. No, they didn't put a wall in front of me. Okay. Okay, question 2. Who are the remnants of despair? Monokuma. Whoa, ooh, I nearly just stepped into the void voluntarily because I was moving so slowly. It's not Monokuma. Wait, what? Hang on. Hajime and the others are the remnants of despair. What? What? Hang on. Oh. Okay. That's not something I'd put together up to this point. Holy crap. We were like on Junko's side, and that's why we've been put into the program to like basically brainwash us back to being good guys? What? Are Hajime and the others put into the world program to recover them from despair? Oh, the brooch on Makoto doesn't have any relevance. Okay, that could just be a cute little detail on the character design. Hey, we got the Master Emerald. I hope that's the Master Emerald. I hope there's no more of those. Actually, they're not too bad when you can kind of put it together. And I guess if you get it wrong, ultimately you can see which was the right answer, and it's like, oh. I mean, the way it had been explained to me up to that point is like, oh, their despair had lived on beyond Junko's death, but never quite tied to other students. I was just like, oh, there are other people in the world who are now ultimate despairs. Fine, okay. But, like, I never made the connection that it would be like, us. That's kind of crazy.
It's all coming together. Could it be? The survivors of Hope's Peak Academy and the remnants of Ultimate Despair are...
Yeah, this throws my theory apart.
Yes, both of those phrases refer to you guys. That's right. Not only are you guys the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy,
You're also survivors of Ultimate Despair!
We're all Ultimate Despair?
Don't be stupid!
in the beginning, we took in 15 of you as survivors of Hope's Peak Academy. But upon further investigation, we discovered an unbelievable truth. The 15 people we acquired were actually the horrifying remnants of despair.
That was us?
What is this ultimate despair?
I remember hearing that they're dangerous guys who are responsible for terrorism, coups d'etats, and wars.
Yes, they're responsible for the tragedy and brought chaos into the world. Despair in human form, but utterly devoid of humanity. That's what you guys really are. The ultimate despairs don't care about principles or morals. They just spread despair everywhere they go. They live solely to torment everything, to burn everything, to kill everything.
We're part of a dangerous group like that?
What a twist. Nagato's hand was supposed to make the connection? Was it? What was significant about Nagato's hand? I'm trying to think what he had on his hand that would have like made that. Nope. Explain further, please.
That's gotta be a lie!
That's right. There's no way. There's no way we're all Ultimate Despair.
Nagito probably did what he did because he managed to learn the unbelievable truth.
Nagito? Why are you bringing him up all of a sudden?
He's the only one who knew this truth before you guys. It was a special prize for clearing the final dead room.
Oh, we never got to see that bit when we were playing as him.
Was it that file that contained all our student profiles? But inside...
But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details. Details? Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy? It's not written in there. These profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
No, it used to have profiles from after you entered the school, but Nagito destroyed them before you saw it.
Huh?
Why? Why do you know something?
Anyway,
Oops.
it's
Sorry.
the absolute truth that the file had profiles about you guys after you entered the school. And after Nagito obtained the file and learned the truth, what did he try to do to you guys?
Nagito learned the truth. What did he try to do to us? Are you telling us to answer that? Oh, he tried to set up the thing where we... Oh. He tried to kill us all. That... Kill us all. Yeah, that is literally the answer. Kill us all. K, I, S, S, K, I. Where's the L's? Where's my L's at? Okay, up. I want to... No, I want the U! Oh no, I need that. Get out of here. I don't need that anymore. Oh, I need an L. I need a U! Don't need that or that or that. U. A. Ah, the L's gone, damn it. I don't need that. I just need... I just need L's. That's all I need now. Get out of here, you! Another L. Where's my L's out? There's an L. There's an L. Get it.
I got it!
He tried to kill everyone except for the traitor.
That's right. After seeing the file, you learn that everyone, including him, was ultimate despair. And he tried to kill everyone except the traitor.
All of a sudden, the fact that Makoto is here is making the Nagito is Makoto thing. Oh, right. That's what you meant when you said "there goes my theory," as in Makoto is Nagito. I've not like hadn't even really kind of like given that any great deal of thought there. I was like, suddenly like, oh yeah, they can't really both be here, can they? That makes things problematic for my theory that they are the same person. But then why was he him? Why was Nagito? Why was Nagito Makoto? He was him! It making no sense.
Did Nagito try to kill us because we were ultimate despair?
Yes, because of his love for hope and his hatred toward despair. I sort of understand that feeling.
Don't mess with us. Why do we have to be treated like the bad guys?
There must be some kind of mistake. There's no way we're ultimate despair.
Even there, they kind of hint at it. It was like Makoto just going, yeah, I kind of relate to him. I can kind of understand where Nagito is coming from. It's like, because you're the same person! Makoto, I mean, I can't possibly begin to imagine how much of the Danganronpa universe they, like, planned out before releasing the games. Surely they didn't plan, like, several animes and a whole slew of games and things around it, like, before they ever released the first game. But yeah, Makoto and Hajime are just kind of, like, generic, bland, protagonist kind of characters. Makoto really hammers that one home in the first game. He spends a long time talking about how utterly uninteresting he is as a person. And yeah, it's basically just meant for you to project yourself onto. So yeah, Makoto and Hajime obviously got a lot in common. And Nagito, it really just looked like Makoto remixed. And acts like Makoto remixed, and is continually hinted at being Makoto remixed, which is why I still think there's something weird's going on there. There's no way it's just a red herring. This game don't really do red herrings. They don't just be like, oh yeah, no, we just threw you off on the wrong course for like just for giggles. There's a rhyme and a reason to every dang thing, including gravel in a swimsuit.
I don't need a twist like that.
It might seem unbelievable because you guys only have memories from before you entered the school. But it all happened at Hope's Peak Academy. You were tainted by ultimate despair because at Hope's Peak Academy, you were in contact with her.
Her?
The true ultimate despair. Junko Enoshima. She strongly influenced you all during your time at the school. And that's why you became ultimate despair. In order to remove that influence, you've been placed into the Hope Restoration Program.
Is that why you took away our school memories?
The reason you're able to act like your normal selves is because you're within the Neo World program. But your true bodies in the real world are different. In the real world, you're part of a group that cruelly destroyed your family, friends, and even your own body.
Family, friends, and our own bodies? Aren't you exaggerating a bit?
He's right. There's no way we do something like that.
Don't turn away from the truth.
What was that just now? A memory? But that person, that was Nagito, right? Oh, I see. When you mentioned Nagito's hand, that right, yes, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I had forgotten that, if I'm honest, but yeah. Okay. I thought you meant like when he'd stabbed himself in the hand. I was like, I was thinking, what did him stabbing himself in the hand have to do with anything? But oh yeah, no, the red fake nail thing. Yeah, no, that was a pretty, yeah. If you played the first one, that checks out.
It appears you've remembered a little. Now, face what you've done. And from there, you will finally take your first steps on the path to hope.
At the same time, I wasn't even entirely sure if that we were Hajime in that scene, so I don't know. I don't know what that means. We were just given vision of Nagito. Do I need that?
Mistake. There's no way we're ultimate despair.
Because you're all ultimate despair. You killed your friends and family. And you even destroyed your own bodies.
How can you say we did all that?
I'm supposed to agree with him because of the vision of Nagito having a weird-ass hand?
We're being tricked by the Future Foundation!
Oh yeah, he was just like, oh yeah, I took a hand. It's pretty cool. I put her hand on me.
How
That's
much
cool.
despair is within you guys?
That was him destroying his body, I suppose. It's not really destroying, it's more sort of experimenting. It's more sort of mad science, really. Honestly, not really destruction. If he'd cut off his own hand just for giggles, that would be destruction. But really, no, honestly. Well, I mean, you know what? Nagito did destroy his own body eventually in the end. But, you know, that's a whole other thing. The hand thing, that was more just sort of, you know, crazy Professor Farnsworth science stuff.
There's obviously some kind of mistake. There's no way we're ultimate despair.
Because you're all ultimate despair. You killed your friends and family. And you even destroyed your own bodies.
Hey,
that must be it. If that memory I felt was actually a memory from the real world, what Nagito did was... He cut off his own arm and transplanted a woman's arm?
Not just any woman's arm. It was the late Junko Enoshima's arm.
What did you say?
He probably thought that by becoming one with Junko Enoshima, he could make her survive within him.
I don't get this at all.
The ultimate despairs defy understanding. They have no problem severing their own limbs.
I mean, that scene was kind of presented to us as being Chapter 0, so it was almost like... I guess we hadn't been presented with the evidence of Chapter 6 at that stage, but the implication of calling it Chapter 0 was that this takes place before we got to the island in Chapter 1? To some degree, which also made it weird because it's like, well, what happened to the crazy-ass hand when he was on the island? He obviously lost his memories, right.
I am terribly sorry. I do not feel so well. Where's the bathroom?
It's just a game anyway, so why don't you just let it out? I'm pretty sure a select few would demand that.
Ew.
It's too soon to feel sick. That's not even the worst thing the ultimate despairs have done.
You're not allowed to be sick until I explain horrifying things to you.
Some wasted away to skin and bones through continuous fasting in order to reach the despair of starvation. Others gave their own families to Junko just to perform killing experiments on them. Not just that. After Junko's death, they slaughtered countless people by forcing them to commit suicide. One person even implanted one of Junko's eyes into their own socket. Perhaps they wanted to see her despair? And not just that. Some even tried to have children with Junko's dead body.
God damn and ew. Jesus.
Just stop! That's just a bullshit story. That's obviously bullshit!
Yeah, I think that was Monokuma's shadow, yes.
So you feel despair toward yourselves in the real world. I understand that feeling. But there's no need to worry. If you just advance toward the hope I provide, you'll definitely be saved.
Save? You'll save us?
Of course. That's my purpose, after all. That's why the Neo World program was created, too.
You put us inside this program so that you could save us?
Essentially, your cohabitation inside the Neo World program was just a simulation. If we remove the memories of your time at Hope's Peak Academy, would it also remove your ultimate despair?
So, you're saying this was like a test?
I guess I can say that the test was a success. Even though it deviated greatly from the original plan of graduating after gathering the Hope fragments, nevertheless, you guys were able to overcome your unexpected trials and make your way here. That's why, all you need to do is choose graduate.
If we do that, we can get out of here?
However, if you graduate from here, your school memories will never return.
Huh?
If you choose to graduate, and the observer determines that there are no problems, you will complete the Hope Restoration program, and your avatar will be uploaded into your real body.
Uploaded?
It means by uploading our avatar's memories into our bodies, we're also forcibly erasing our past selves. Well, I don't see how, like, not graduating would, like, achieve anything otherwise anyway. That's why it's called the Hope Restoration Program. So that is the Neo World Program.
Hey, what happens to the people whose avatars died?
If an avatar that needs to be uploaded has been deleted, there's nothing we can do.
So you're saying they'll never wake up?
God damn it! Damn fucking shit!
Ahem. Please take a look at this flipbook for a quick rundown of your options. If you choose graduate, it'll transfer your in-game memories, but your school memories will be gone forever. Unfortunately, the people who have already died will not be able to wake up.
Just a thought. What will happen if we do not choose to graduate?
You'll just have to continue living your tropical life.
And everybody's still dead, and we still don't get off the island. We still don't get our real lives back. Nobody gets their real lives back. I guess that's a weird as kind of better than life scenario, isn't it? It's a sort of to quote weird obscure bits of Red Dwarf at you. It's like, would you rather live out your life in paradise? I mean, this is working on a very broad assumption that Monokuma would allow you to live out your life in paradise and not just like, hey, fight for my entertainment again. Assuming you were... I mean, I guess this was like the... It was kind of the option presented at the end of the first one as well, wasn't it? It was like, here, you can go back into the real world, which is full of evil and nasty, and everybody's dying, and it's pretty grim out there. Or you can carry on living in a world where everything is provided for you, and, yeah, just sort of chill in one building for the next 70 or so years.
Hey, why you gotta ask something like that? Well, even if we wake up in the real world, we are all rather messed up, right? If that is the case, then maybe staying on this island is...
No, don't give in to Monokuma's temptations.
What are you saying? Haven't we been working this hard just to escape from here?
You don't have to force yourself to return to a painful reality. Let's just play this game forever and ever!
Oh, you mean the game where we all murder each other? Yeah, that's not a painful option either.
Don't be ridiculous. If I stay in this screwed up world any longer, I'm seriously gonna snap.
But still, is it really okay to sacrifice the others just to save ourselves?
They're dead. I don't think if you carry on playing the game, they come back to life either.
You're asking that now? If we don't get out of here now, then what was everything we've done up till now even for?
You're right. We've been trying desperately to survive until we can finally leave this place. If we don't get out of here now, all the deaths we've endured will be in vain. I know this, but... something's not right. How come Monokuma isn't trying to stop us? Is he just going to stay quiet and overlook us getting out of this game world? Then everything Monokuma did would be pointless too. Not only that, is it really okay for us to believe him? Should we get out? Or... should we choose to finish it? Should we get out? Or ... Hang about. I need to know. I need to save scum this just so I can see, like... I imagine it's probably... There's a very real likelihood it's like a fake choice that doesn't actually do anything, but... I don't even know which one's actually the fake choice. It might be like, yeah, obviously we're going to get out, and they're like, ha, psych, no, you don't get out. Or, ooh, let's ponder it some more, might be the thing they want me to do.
I see!
Oh, okay, they do want me to ponder it some more.
Wait, can we have some...
Hang on, what does happen if you say get out then? Hang on. That we need to know. Should we get out? Yeah, we should get out. I can't stand this anymore. I'm done with this game. Regardless of whether or not there's a punishment, it doesn't matter. Games need a game over, otherwise there won't be any tension. It's basically like a penalty, but for the sake of your generation who needs to be constantly coddled, I shall grant you the right to retry. You won't feel despair unless you can retry. You guys will just give up. So please select retry. However, when you want to flee from despair, make sure you don't select retry.
Is it going to end here? Without seeing the truth or the future?
Would you like to retry? No! That literally just quits the game, doesn't it? Alright, it's a game over! Hey, game over! We won! We escaped! I think that's it, we won, right? Yeah? We did it? It's all good? Yeah? Thanks for watching, guys! See you next time. No. Should we get out? Or ponder it some more?
Wait, can we have some time to decide?
Did you get scared like Sonia?
No, it's not that. Don't you think this is a little strange?
Strange? You still don't understand? Normally, ultimate despairs like you guys would just be abandoned. But I'm telling you, I'm here to help. You should be thankful for how open-minded the Future Foundation is.
I'm always a little reluctant. That's already happened. It's like I'm always a little reluctant to like play up the I'm going to do one as a joke kind of thing, because like someone always takes it seriously and then like leaves the stream. And, like 2 people have like literally stopped watching as soon as I made the joke. All right, I'm done here for today. So yeah, I shouldn't do that. People stop watching me when I make jokes about stopping the stream. I'm an idiot, apparently. Remind me never to make those jokes.
Makoto, what has happened to you?
Just listen to the Future Foundation. The Future Foundation is the world's hope, you know?
I knew it. Just as I thought. There's something wrong with you.
Make your argument. Makoto sounds kind of like Nagito in a very weird, crazy kind of way. Something was wrong with... Oh yeah, Makoto went rogue, didn't he?
I said I'm going to save you guys.
Why aren't you listening to me? Let's do what he says and get out of here. I mean, the Future Foundation's the good guys, right?
And apparently, we are actually the bad guys.
It's fine to trust him, right?
The Future Foundation is the world's hope. No one can defy the Future Foundation.
You defied them.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. Did you say it's foolish to defy the Future Foundation? Then how do you explain your actions?
My actions?
I saw it. The email that the Future Foundation sent to you.
To Future Foundation 14th Division, Makoto Naegi. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and helped you recover. Wait, I didn't even, like, picked up on that, but essentially, this is the implication is that the Future Foundation existed before they escaped. Like, my understanding at that point was that the 6 survivors had created the Future Foundation, But there it's like, oh, we're the Future Foundation, we rescued you from your tragedy. I mean, I would have said the slots they've given for other people to debate this is just because, like, hey, there are 16 students here. It could be anything up to 16 people would attend this, but yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see some more of the characters from DG1. Byakuya, real Byakuya, could be like someone who shows up. He seemed like someone who would turn up. Or maybe Kyoko. Yeah, Kyoko would be good. Oh, they made it. They made the Neo World thing, but they didn't, like, create... Or they helped create... Well, hang on. It says here, the Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy. So, the implication is there that it was around before them. It was like, we're Future Foundation, we're okay, we're existing, we're doing our thing. And here, there's 6 wonderful people who are very powerful, let us bring them into our ranks. I don't know. Contradictions. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. But, so, we were supposed to be eliminated? Everything is for the sake of hope-filled future. Damn.
And
They're
that
gonna kill
email,
us.
Makoto Naegi defied the Future Foundation to protect the remnants of despair, which clearly contradicts what this person is saying.
Well, actually, no, because he says he wants to help us and protect us and be wonderful to us, and he was doing that before, by keeping us from being assassinated.
Huh? Is that email for real? The Future Foundation tried to kill us?
Hold on! We'll deal with that later. Hey, Monokuma. Those clues we found were all real, right?
Gasp!
Well, they just said the word gasp. He didn't gasp, he just said gasp. Brilliant. And that's not the only contradiction. What this Makoto person is saying also contradicts what we've already been told. Essentially, I cannot guarantee that there are no issues with this program. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure whether or not to run the program on you guys, but this was the only way to save you. I wanted to protect you. To me, those words seemed much more real. If so, the person in front of us is a construct by Monokuma!
Tell me, Makoto Naegi, who are you?
Who is he? Simply put, he's Makoto Naegi, who's known for being a cutie patootie!
Is that really what he's best known for?
I'm not asking you. I'm asking...
You insolent fool! If you're saying he's not Makoto, then show me some proof!
Damn it, he's trying to interfere. Then, to prove whether that Makoto is real or not, I'm going to shove that in his face. Oh dear. Panic talk. Oh, okay, alright, fine, panic talk. Oh god, this looks nasty.
I can't hear you! Better luck next time! What?
Crap.
What do you want?
Crap, I'm bad at this.
Punishment is waiting for you!
Damn it.
You're getting all riled up! What are you even
Crap,
talking
out of bullets. Out of bullets.
Enough already! That's impossible! Proof! Are you sure about this? I'm not listening!
Damn it. Oh no!
Are you
Let me just
sure
do this.
about this?
This works.
What are you even talking about? I can't
Also, I
hear
can
you!
use this for a really long time.
Better
He's got
luck
so many
next
shields.
time.
A lot of them are
What?
broken though.
What do you want? Punishment is waiting for you. You're getting all riled up.
There we go.
You insolent fool! If you're saying he's not Makoto, then show
11037.
me some.
This is the end.
I had no idea what that was likely to be at the end of that. I was like, oh god, what the heck? And then it threw the numbers at me. I was like, I know those
Makoto
numbers!
Naegi, if that's who you really are, then tell me this. Why did you make the password to Nezumi Castle 11037?
Damn! You got him there.
What was that again?
You can't answer?
That's weird. Wait, you Where'd you find that out?
Who cares? So how about it? Can you even answer?
Oh man, I've been found out.
Found out. Then you're...
How disappointing! And I thought I was on the right track!
He disappeared? Hey! That guy disappeared!
Why are you surprised? It's a computer program, so anything's possible, right?
Then... that was just the work of Monokuma?
Aw, you found out I was faking! This is so embarrassing! I just wanna kill myself!
What are you doing? Why'd you show us a fake member of the Future Foundation?
That fake was trying to get us out to the real world. Then that's your plan? Is that where your trap is?
Man, they saw right through me! I may as well be invisible.
A trap? What kind of trap did you set?
Hey, if you know what's good for you, you better hurry the hell up and confess. I'll beat you half to death if you tell us now. But if you don't spit it out soon, I'm just gonna kill ya!
Just kill him right now! Then this nightmare can finally end!
Violence is not allowed! This isn't that kind of game! It's a much smarter game, right?
No violence except for the murders and the punishments.
What game? This game is already over!
This game is over? No! I'm not gonna let you finish yet! There's no way this can end before I've even transformed!
He has a final form!
Transform?
I want to see his ultimate form.
A transformation is customary
Yeah.
in a final boss battle, right? You know, like that one role-playing game? You know what game I'm talking about. Final...
Destination, that's the one.
Don't say it!
Now then, allow me to show you. I'll skip the second and third forms and go straight to my final form!
You better not be bluffing. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you and pull all your stuffing out!
Breaking the third wall. There have not been many walls left for a good chapter or so at this point, really. Also, interesting that you say third wall. I've always called it the fourth wall, but I did Google that at one point. Like, some people call it third and some people call it fourth. Fourth is, like, I think more from movies and television, whereas third is, like, from a throwback from, like, theatre, apparently. Which is a weird, but I don't know. I like fourth. Oh. Well, it brought up an interesting point. Some people do say third, and apparently third is a valid way to discuss these things. But yeah, no, there has not been a fourth wall for a while now. Fourth wall was destroyed, shattered, fragmented, and stomped upon quite a while ago at this point, really. What? I have a bad feeling about this. The inside of my brain is burning, sizzling. Really bad feeling. Just gotta hit his weak point for massive damage.
Now then, make sure you burn this ginormous despair you're about to see into your memories!
Going Super Saiyan.
I'm gonna die!
Yeah, hey, that's who's back. Huh, how about that? Flip phone, how retro. We have to argue with her phone. She's not willing to talk to us, should we just argue with her phone? It's alright, I argued with her once before and won. We can do it again.
What? What's going on?
Am I hallucinating?
I know anything goes here, but this is clearly not fucking okay!
I see. So that's your reaction to seeing an extra-large high school girl. But are they really that big? Don't you think they're pretty small?
She's huge! She's way too huge!
But the final boss in a certain action game is much bigger. You know, that game, Kniferella.
Oh yeah, Game of the Year, Kniferella.
Said it anyway.
I see. An estimated bust size of 15 meters, huh? My boobs are hopelessly huge. Hey, want me to squish you in between them? Big boobs feel good, you know.
I don't know, 15 meters maybe, like, going a little too far.
I'd get fucking crushed!
Ah, you'd like it. You don't deny it.
If this was a pandering fan service game full of pretty girls, there'd be a CG close-up of my cleavage. But, too bad, this isn't a fan service game. Of course, since it's not an action game either.
We haven't had much fan service since the ultimate fan service died.
You won't even get to experience the refreshing sensation of battling an enormous final boss. So fucking hopeless!
This is Monokuma's true identity?
We have to deal with this thing?
I'm shocked you'd call me this thing. Oh, you're so mean.
Is it just me, or did her personality change?
I get easily bored of my personality. Like, I already got bored of my personality who gets easily bored. And that's when Fuyuhiko would say, "It's too damn soon to say you got bored, right?"
Wait, what?
I have plenty of data on you guys, so it's so easy for me to know what you're all thinking.
Damn, there was... I can't remember what it was in context of now, but there was something came up earlier on in the chapter where somebody was talking about being bored a bunch. Was it the Nagato on the boat bit? I think it might have been where he was like, "Oh, I'm so bored." Yeah, it was, wasn't he? He after he'd like attached her hand, he was like, "Oh, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. It's so boring. I want someone to talk to." Yeah. It's Junko all over. He just implanted her boredom into himself.
You are not bored at all!
I got bored of getting bored. Jeez. Even when I'm dead, I still get bored. This sucks.
Even when you're dead? Does that mean... this person's true identity... It's Byakuya. He died. He obviously must... that must be who he is. No one else has died and come back.
I see!
Are you Junko Enoshima?
Weirdly enough, the only context in which that would be remotely tricky is if you hadn't played the first game and therefore it wouldn't just be like, "Oh, I've met this person already." Yeah, if I don't know what the context would be that someone would play this game before the first one, but I don't know, it might happen. At that point, you've been told a lot about Junko, but you never actually have seen or met Junko. I guess you saw her hand at one point, but Monokuma does get bored a lot in Trials. That is true. Yeah, I never made that assumption. Assumption, connection. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, that question would actually have been a little bit tricky if you hadn't played Danganronpa 1 at all. But that's the only context in which that would have been a little bit tricky.
Did you say Junko Enoshima? Isn't she dead?
It's true. I did end up dying the last time. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to go so fast. I couldn't help it, you know? It was my first time. Jeez, stupid. You're the one who made me go.
And why is someone who died here right now?
Do you guys know about an artificial intelligence called alter ego?
Huh? Maybe we do.
Exuberance! We are now an AI! We have transcended humanity!
What AI? Stop saying all this crazy bullshit!
You see, my personality is like this because I'm the type who dies easily, right? That's why I made my own AI program while I was still alive. And then someone uploaded me into this Neo-World program. And that's how Alter Ego Junko hopelessly appeared in front of you guys.
That's insane. This insane bitch is Junko Enoshima. She's responsible for everything. The destruction of Hope's Peak Academy, the destruction of the world, the one who took over the Neo-World program and forced us to kill each other. Was all this bitch is doing? Even so, what am I supposed to do? Even if we know she's Junko Enoshima.
Don't get cautious and think stuff like, what can we do? I mean, we're all ultimate despair here. Each and every one of our classmates looked at us like we're a bunch of loogies on the side of the road. So, let's all be friends.
Hell no!
Man, they hate me. And I was thinking of you guys when I tampered with the graduation program. But they still hate me.
Wait! We became Ultimate Despair because we met Junko Enoshima and we were about to get out, but now we've met Junko Enoshima again, so we're still Ultimate Despair, so we can never leave now. Whoa. So now we have to redo the island, but only after we've got rid of Junko Enoshima, but we need to get rid of our memories of having done the island the first time in order to, basically, I don't know, remove the despair, I suppose. That's all I can think. That's... Although I guess they became despair by hanging around with it, not just by, like, meeting her briefly. I don't know.
Tampered? With the graduation program?
Remember what that fake Makoto said earlier? About what happens to you when you graduate, right? I feel like you guys weren't getting a big enough reward for graduating. So, I decided to modify what happens so it's something exciting and unique. Just like a game. Uploading your game memories into your real bodies is fine, but letting your friends stay dead just sucks. That's why I decided to resurrect them. This is the new graduation program I'm offering.
Well, so now have another incentive to hit that graduate button. I wonder if Junko could be misleading us in any way, shape, or form. Nah, probably not.
Resurrect? Hey, are you serious? Can you really do that?
It was like real hard, you know?
What the heck? That's a whole new personality I've never seen before. What the heck?
The graduation program is the core part of this game, so it was protected with a lot of encrypted codes. It took me a long time. I felt so much despair about how useless I am. Well, one advantage of being an AI is that I got smarter with computers. Before that, every time a computer froze, I used to put it in the microwave and nuke it.
Show of hands, class. How long do you think it took for me to modify it?
Who cares about that? Are you serious when you say that everyone who died will come back to life?
Did you forget? You gotta answer questions to progress the story. That's the rule of this game, right? By the way, I'll give you a clue. You guys were always watching time slip away at a certain place.
So you're not gonna tell us until we answer that?
We're completely at our mercy. If we can't progress unless we answer, we have no choice but to answer. How long it took for Junko Enoshima to modify the graduation program? She said we were watching how long it took. So the certain place we were watching was Jabberwock Park. Right, that was a countdown to like finishing the thing. It's like, oh, that's why he was like, oh, it doesn't matter about the timing, you can graduate now because it got finished early, I guess?
I see!
The countdown at Jabberwock Park. That's the only place we can think of. That's the only place we consistently watch that has anything to do with time.
No, that's not true. Nekomaru had a lot to do with time. He had a clock in him and everything.
Then that countdown represented the time that was needed to modify the program.
Oh, that should have been one of the answers there. It was like, what? Where was the timer? It was the timer in Nekomaru. Or Mekamaru, at any rate.
How brilliantly wrong! You're totally wrong about that tricky timer.
Oh, it was the timer in Mekamaru.
Wrong? And what was it?
How should I put this? I was just goofing around.
Huh?
I mean, isn't stuff you don't understand exciting even though you don't get it? It's kind of like superhero cosplayers, or someone else's designs of alien life and stuff, right?
It was just for show?
In the end, it was meaningless. Does that fill you with despair? Like getting booted from a game server? You know those murder mysteries where the culprit is really the detective who's investigating the murder? Well, I'm so over predictable crap like that. Just what did you expect at this stage of the game?
She's seriously messed up.
Well, in a way. The countdown implied I was on a mission. Did you ever make up your own silly rules, like don't step off the white line when you cross the road? I was testing myself to see if I could get you guys into the graduation program before the timer reached 0.
Enough. Please stop.
Don't be so disappointed. It's totally true. I had a hard time manipulating the program. While you guys were at the beach making wrinkly dog faces, I was working so hard on my own, you know?
Hey, enough with this pointless crap! Are you seriously going to resurrect everyone who died?
Like I said, it's easy. It's just a game after all.
Just a game?
Yeah. Each and everything that happened in this world was just an event within the game. There's no way anything that occurred in the game could affect the real world.
What you're saying now is completely different from what you said before. You said whether or not it's a lie. The moment you feel something is real, it becomes real.
The game where you throw my words back at me is over, so you don't really have to worry about it.
Fine. I won't worry about it.
Hey!
Who fucking cares about logic? As long as everyone who died comes back to life, that's good enough.
But if we do not understand the principles behind it, then we do not even know if it is really possible.
Anything goes in this world. You've seen that happen so many times already, right?
Well, if a high school girl can get huge, then it's not crazy if the dead can come back to life, right?
If she's saying that's how she tampered with a computer program, how are we supposed to respond to that?
That's right. That's why you should finish this game and go back to living a normal life in the real world.
If we go back, what do you get out of it? What benefit do you get by making us return to the real world? As long as we don't know what it is.
Man, so annoying. You're so petty. It's not like you're a housewife living on a tight budget. All I want is to put on this graduation performance in a more dramatic way.
Presumably we get out of here but are still ultimate despairs because she's like had her influence on us for long enough that we would get out and be like, okay, let's destroy the world again.
Well, if you doubt me, you don't have to go back. Is that what you want? Not to go back?
Oh, hold on a sec. We're obviously going to get out of here. If it'll bring our dead friends back, it's all we can do.
Of course! We've been working toward that goal for, like, forever!
Because we had that goal, we were able to endure those killings.
Plus everyone can go back together. So there's no reason to hesitate.
You are right. There is no way we can choose to stay here after all we've been through.
Just as expected from the winners of this killing school trip. Your will to live is truly ultimate. Wonderful! That's just more reason for you to execute your role as devices.
Devices?
Okay, now let's stop stalling for time with exposition and hurry up and do it. Now then, why don't you guys just go ahead and answer with the touch panel that's in front of you? I'm gonna do it. I'm seriously gonna do it. If you don't hurry up, I'm seriously really gonna do it. You don't have to say, who are you talking to? It doesn't concern a chump like you, Hajime.
Chump?
Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be over once we press this.
So we just have to press graduate, right?
Fools, don't do it.
If we do that, we can go home, right?
Fools! I can go back. With this, I can finally go back. He's right. With this, we can finally go back. This will be the end. And our friends who died will be saved. That's way beyond what we expected. Then it's safe to say that this is the good ending, right? Oh, hang on. This is a bit where we save and check out what all the options are, because some of them are going to be amusing. We could press... start at the top, I suppose?
I got it!
Oh.
Don't press it! This is Junko's trap!
Wait, so... I guess that would have happened no matter what I did, but... So are you the real Makoto or not? Yeah, I get that this is a non-option now, but please do not explain things. I prefer to find things out as I'm going along. Huh?
What the heck? That guy from earlier is back again!
It's not again. This time, it's the real one.
Real?
I'm Makoto Naegi. Makoto Naegi of the Future Foundation.
Is that why he's coming out of a trippy Peach Matrix thing? Then this is the guy I spoke to?
I'm sorry I'm late. I actually wanted to come rescue you sooner, but thanks to the virus infecting the Neo World program, I wasn't able to enter.
Just when the chumps are in a pinch, he's suddenly able to enter for reasons unknown. And thus, the main character gallantly appears.
So cool! I'm drooling! So much!
Did you also time my arrival? No, it doesn't matter. I'm going to save everyone, and then I'm going to settle this between us once and for all.
I'm drooling! I can't stop my leak!
How were you able to get here, Makoto?
Since I used my tricks to hack into the program, he must have hacked in with his tricks too, right?
Unless it's another trap.
That's also how you kept your memories, right? Even though you haven't aged a day, just like these guys.
It's a trap within a trap within a trap.
If I hadn't, then I wouldn't have been able to save everyone.
Don't you understand? It doesn't matter how you got here. As long as you're here, you'll be treated like one of my students. Which means you must respect my authority.
I already know the risks of being here.
Ugh, you always had such reckless hope. I love you so much that you disgust me.
Hey, just what do you mean by trap? What is Junko's trap?
It doesn't matter. We can finally end this, you know? If we get out of here, it'll all resolve itself peacefully. After all this, I can't let you get in the way.
The fact that you guys are even thinking like that is Junko's trap.
Huh?
She's lying to you about your dead friends coming back to life.
Who? Little old me?
Who do we trust?
If you knew Junko's true goal, you'd know she's lying.
You know her goal?
Yeah. Junko's goal is to convert the Hope Restoration Program to the Despair Restoration Program.
The Despair Restoration Program?
As part of the graduation program, your avatar's memory and consciousness is uploaded into your real body. However, none of us expected that any of the avatars would get deleted. Junko has taken advantage of that opportunity. She intends to use her version of Alter Ego, the AI she stole my friend's skill to create, and upload herself into the bodies of everyone whose avatar was deleted.
What? Then everyone who died isn't gonna come back to life.
They're gonna be taken over by Junko?
What the fuck?
Like the real world, once an avatar is deleted from this virtual world, it can't be recovered. It's actually impossible to revive them.
That doesn't mean I was lying, you know? I just didn't make some things clear. And even if they're overwritten by my alter ego, it doesn't mean they'll be a completely different person. The data of everyone who died is stored within me, so I'm sure I can convincingly act out their personalities.
Don't mess with me.
In fact, I have a lot of data on Fuyuhiko, so I know some things that'll make you happy. I can play a version of Peko that's more to your liking than she ever was.
I said, don't fucking mess with me!
Operation Junkify All Mankind begins here!
Junkify all mankind?
After uploading my alter ego into everyone who died, I'm gonna take over the Future Foundation's headquarters. And then, eventually, there's gonna be a whole lot of me's all over the world!
That particular vision would seem to require some degree of cloning technology as well, which has not been established as existing in this universe. But who knows?
With this, my despair utopia, where you can despair as you please, Junko Land, will be complete! That's Operation Junkify All Mankind in a nutshell. Oh yeah! Our dreams are expanding and...
I mean, like, if everybody's Junko, who's there to feel despair? That would, like, eliminate all the despair. Although they would all be despair, but, like, they would all kind of get off on the despair, and despair wouldn't really be despair anymore. It would be more just sort of... I don't know, that's a weird way to take that, because, like, in order for despair to exist, you need people who have hope to be taken away from them. if the only thing that exists is despair, despair cannot exist in a vacuum. It's more them dressing like her. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they would destroy themselves. They would, like, probably fight among themselves. They wouldn't, like, strut around the streets or just chill like this scene here, but if they were going around killing each other, they kind of probably wouldn't care because of despair. And, like I say, despair in a vacuum... If a despair falls in a forest, does it make a murder? That's the question we're asking. And I philosophically would suggest that no. I don't think that if there's anybody who... If there's no one left in the world who could feel any degree of hope whatsoever, then despair itself as a concept would be meaningless. They could fight all they want, but it wouldn't inflict any despair on anybody. I don't know.
That messed up plan is your goal?
Then why didn't you just kill all of us? If you did, you could have taken over all of our bodies. Wouldn't that have been more convenient for you?
Is that what you want me to do? Is it still too late to do that?
No. There's a reason Junko couldn't do that. That's why she made you guys kill each other.
The reason she wasn't able to do that was because there was something she didn't do? So the reason is... She didn't have a real body? School trips rules? School trips rules, I think.
I see!
Yeah, okay.
I got it. It's because of the school trips rules.
The end of the human race is Junko's goal, but no, that is not her goal. She's never said, oh, I want to destroy the human race. Because she was like, I want the human race to just all be me. She wants the human race to continue to exist, but for all of it to just be her. She wants every human being in the human race to be a Junko. However much sense that might or might not make.
Even a monster like her has to follow the rules of the school trip?
Junko usurped Usami's authority as an observer, and her role as your teacher.
However, according to the rules of the school trip, even Usami had to follow them. That's why when Junko took over her position, she had no choice but to follow the rules as well.
Wow, oh, we're going right back to this, are we? Okay.
So, the rules were protecting us?
Man, I was so annoyed. I had the authority to add rules, but no authority to delete rules. Oh well, even if I could have deleted rules, I was still busy with my whole taking over your bodies plan.
So you made us kill each other, because you couldn't kill us yourself.
Then, is that how you were able to increase the number of bodies you can take over?
Like I said, I personally didn't care about the outcome of the killings.
How dare you look down on us?
And how does that explain punishments? Like, I guess she added rules on, but if she added a rule that she could kill students through punishments, then why didn't she just add a rule that just let her kill people anyway? That doesn't quite add up. It would have been like, the observer can kill people, but only on a Tuesday. And then she's like, oh, Tuesday time, dying time.
Don't fuck with me. What about our lives?
Chump change.
I won't forgive you. I will never, ever fucking forgive you!
So that's your trap. You tried to make us choose graduate, so you can take over everyone's body with the graduation program.
How can you be so cruel?
Ultimate despair, Sonia. Might not have grasped this concept by now. Ultimate despair.
Because Junko Enoshima is the true ultimate despair. She doesn't yearn for any kind of future at all. She fills every person she meets with despair.
That's my Makoto. You understand me so well. For me, despair is not a goal or a set of principles, or a lifestyle, or even an instinct. It's what defines me as Junko Enoshima. It's just my characterization. That's why I'm able to pursue despair with such purity.
So you're saying you only exist to fill people with despair?
For example, want to hear about a beautiful memory that even I, who gets bored easily, still remember fondly? Picture thousands of fools who are madly in love with me, dying one by one like insects doused with bug spray. And the best part is, they did it to themselves, you know?
Thousands of humans falling like dominoes. Oh, that memory is so beautiful. It made my brain melt.
Yeah, about that. Does that story have a happy ending?
Could it be... Is she talking about them right now? Oh, the reserve corps students. Yeah, that was thousands of people, wasn't it? Oh, damn. Like, the whole reserve corps was like despair? Damn.
I see!
Are you talking about the reserve course's mass suicide?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot you're a survivor of the reserve course. By the way, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Mass suicide? What's she talking about?
An incident where 2,357 people from the reserve course all killed themselves. Junko probably made them do it.
2,357 people? That's an outrageous number.
You don't have to be that surprised. You all look like your parents, friends, and lovers all died at once. That was so rude of me. There's no way you guys even have meaningful relationships like that anymore. I mean, you're all ultimate despair. You guys have already eaten your fill of despair.
I do not really know what you are trying to say.
Junko robs the futures of everyone she interacts with. You ultimate despairs are among her many victims.
If someone like me is born, that means the world is yearning for despair.
That's wrong. The world isn't yearning for despair. That's the reason we can't let you escape.
But if you do that, you guys won't be able to return to the real world, right?
Huh? If we choose graduate to get out of here, the graduation program will activate, right?
If that happens, Junko's alter ego will be uploaded into the bodies of the dead.
Does that mean we gotta stay here to keep her from getting out?
Well, what the heck? Why does it have to be like that?
It's such a cruel fate for you guys. But it's awfully convenient for the Future Foundation. They'll be able to keep all the ultimate despairs, including me, trapped in this game forever.
Wrong! That's not it!
But ultimate despair is hated worldwide, and their lives are no doubt targeted by the Future Foundation. Oh well, if you don't want to acknowledge that, I guess it just can't be helped, can't be helped. LOL!
This is nothing to LOL about.
But it's so ironic! You came all the way here just to find out that graduating is the wrong choice. Even though you came all this way to win the game, even though you kept sacrificing your friends to win. The goal you guys squirmed to reach was wrong all along! Isn't that just so fucking tragic?
Stop it!
It was all a mistake? Was this really just a mistake? Was it a mistake to think we'd go home alive all along? What about the killings and the class trials? Was this just a meaningless killing game where the ultimate despairs killed each other off? This is just too...
Don't give up yet! There is a way you guys can get out of here, without letting Junko out!
Huh?
No, there's no way such a convenient... There is? Really? Well, that's the first I've heard of it.
First she's heard of it. Then it's where even Junko doesn't know, right? Could it be the thing that alter ego told us about? The shutdown sequence, a special command that can be used during a graduation exam. If you use this, you can override the observer and forcibly escape from the Neo World program. Not even the teacher observer can prevent that. Yep, I'll do it.
See.
Are you talking about the shutdown sequence?
Shutdown
Oh, now she knows about it.
What is that?
It's a hidden command I set up in the Neo World program.
Hidden command?
Basically, I never believed the Neo World program was a perfect solution. There was always a possibility that Usami's hope might have made things even worse for you guys. So I prepared a way to shut down the program in case of emergencies.
As I recall, you said it was a command that not even the teacher can stop.
And that means even Junko can't stop it.
Dear me, I have an unfortunate announcement to make, class. You cannot activate the shutdown.
Huh?
You know about it?
More importantly, do you know why? do you know why you can't activate the shutdown?
The reason the shutdown sequence can't be activated is we don't have enough people. Yes, that's why she wanted us to kill enough people. That's why she wanted us to, like... That's why I was like, let's do it when we got down to 5 people. Yeah.
I see! Because there's not enough people?
Pay attention, class. According to my information, in order to initiate the shutdown, out of 15 people, more than half of them must press graduate and repeat at the same time. Am I correct?
However, out of 15 people, including Makoto, there are only 6 people here.
Even if you want to cheat, I won't let ya. The shutdown sequence won't activate unless it knows that different people initiated it.
So it's totally impossible.
You totally saw through that supposedly hidden command?
No need to worry. Even I knew we couldn't activate the shutdown.
That's why I brought 2 more people with me.
You still came here when you knew we had no chance of winning?
It's not that we have no chance of winning. The only reason I'm here is because there is a chance.
Brought Byakuya with him, and also Kyoko, maybe. That would do it. Bring him with you.
Then try explaining it to us. What is this chance of winning of which you speak?
I believe...
What? I can't hear you. You gotta speak up since you're so puny.
I believe in them. I believe they will definitely come.
Them?
That's not something you need to take your time saying.
Woo! Kyoko's back. Is the next one gonna be Byakuya? Is it just gonna be all of them? It could just be all of them. Hey, Byakuya!
Try putting yourself in our shoes before you drag us into situations like this.
I mean, it might be all of them, but those were the, like, 2 noteworthy characters. The other 3 were just kind of like, filler. I liked Hina, but Hina was just kind of... She didn't really fulfill a major role, other than to be attractive. And, well, the less said about Hiro, the better. And Toko, interesting character, don't think she's really the sort of comes to save the day kind of character.
Kyoko!
Yeah, just those 3.
Byakuya! I knew you guys would come!
Yeah. It's like, if he's gonna bring more people just so that we've got enough numbers, it's gonna have to be those 2. Less big Byakuya. Yeah. He is the less big one, yep.
We'd be better off leaving behind someone who jumps to conclusions without listening to our warnings.
I'm sorry.
Even though it took some time for 2 people to enter the program simultaneously, it appears we made it.
Hiro was 100% filler. Oh, he totally was. Hiro was an awful, awful character, and he just, like, he fulfilled no role other than to make stupid comments throughout it.
Hey! What's going on? Why are there more people again?
How exciting! I haven't seen these faces in ages. It's like opening your high school yearbook 10 years later.
Leon, yeah, I kind of like Leon as a character. I thought he was more interesting. But someone the other day mentioned about, like, the developers used him so much in the promotional materials for the game that they were sick of seeing him, so they killed him off really early.
I must say, now that I'm seeing her up close, she's much bigger than I remembered.
What? What kind of man isn't excited by big women? Once you gain some more experience, you'll understand.
Oh, was it you? Okay.
There's a lot of kinky things you can do with big girls.
Sorry, a lot of things get said in chat. I don't remember who said what specifically all the time.
Shut up.
Byakuya! You're alive! But you're so skinny now. I feel so bad for you.
You shut up too.
Yep, he ain't changed.
Are you 2 also from the Future Foundation?
No, it's probably not just that.
The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and helped you recover your memories. Tragedy, if the killing school life is referring to that...
You guys are the survivors of the killing school life who previously defeated Junko, right?
Yeah, that's right. There's 3 of them here now?
The former heroes plunging themselves into the game world, ignoring all danger. Jeez, stupids! Making such a suicidal move! Did you really want to see me that badly?
It can't be helped. In order to stop you, that suicidal move was our only choice.
So how about it? There are 8 people now. We have enough to activate the shutdown sequence.
We've not had much to do to interact with the trial in quite a while. There's been a couple questions that have been like, hey, that's a trivial-ish answer. I feel like we need more logic dives going on. As much as I hate them, we'll break it up a bit.
Why are you crying?
You guys showed up looking all cool and stuff, and now all the ultimate despairs. They'll be treated like even bigger chumps.
Chump, you said it again!
Just ignore her. As long as we activate the shutdown sequence, it'll be the end of her in this messed up world.
And this messed up world?
Hey, can I ask you something? If we do shut down the program, what will happen to us?
No need to worry. We won't let you get hurt.
That's a very political answer. That's not a very specific answer.
It's not just that. We want a more detailed explanation.
Yeah.
If you shut down the Neo World program, everything within the program will be deleted.
So, what are the implications on us? Delete our memories, but we remember our memories up to going to the school?
It will obviously delete Alter Ego Junko, along with your avatars here.
So you're saying we're going to be deleted too?
It doesn't mean you'll be deleted. The program will just finish without completing the graduation program.
What does that mean for us?
Your avatars will not upload, so you will revert to your original state before you entered the program.
Huh?
Is there a reason to tell them all that?
They have to know everything, or else they won't agree to do it.
Hold on a second. If we go back to our original selves before we entered the program.
If we're going to revert back to our original selves before we enter the program, we do still have things. We'll lose all our mono coins! No! Well, we can't do that now. If the revert, no, we won't revert to Ultimate Despairs. We will lose our mono coins. Will the killing start over? No, the dead will revive. Maybe? Hopefully? Possibly? That seems a little too optimistic. No. Go back to our original selves before we enter the program. The people who died will come back. No, Makoto said everyone who died in the program won't go back to normal. Damn it! Why would we revert to Ultimate Despairs? Because we've already had those memories deleted, right? Or do we get back the despairy memories?
I see!
Okay, I guess we do.
Does that mean we'll go back to being Ultimate Despair?
That's right. Back to being hopelessly controlled by me. When you used to feel despair upon despair.
No!
Are you fucking serious? Can't you do anything about it?
I understand your concern, but this is the only way to stop Junko.
It might be a painful decision, but I know you guys will be able to overcome it. That's why, in order to defeat despair, I want you guys to fight alongside us.
We still have to fight? I thought we finally reached the end!
Don't worry. Once you get out, we will do our best to support you.
But I thought the Future Foundation wanted to kill every last Ultimate Despair.
For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they're discovered.
When you say support, do you mean I'll make sure you don't suffer when I kill you, or...?
Of course not. We would never allow that to happen.
We would never allow you to suffer.
It's gonna be alright. Your real bodies have just been brainwashed. That's why I'm pretty sure you'll quickly revert back to the state you're in right now.
Will you stop saying cheesy stuff like brainwashed? Washing your brain is, like, really
the memories we've made up till now will be erased, right?
Does that mean we'll completely forget everything we did on this island? I don't want that!
It doesn't matter what you want. That's the reality. Every meaningless thing that happened here will vanish from your minds.
Meaningless? Vanish? Does that include her too? If we lose our memories of this world, we're also going to forget she ever existed, right? If that happens, does it really mean that she, in existence confined to this world, is really going to disappear? She risked her life to protect us and we won't even remember she existed.
Memory's not all that'll go back to normal. If you've lost a limb, like Nagito, it'll still be gone when...
I mean, was he literally just talking about, Monomi there? I mean, Monomi... Sure, still a computer program though.
Please stop!
Going back to reality in that condition, that's like a bad joke.
We're not joking. That is your past. Nobody can escape their past.
We don't know anything about that past!
Hey, why did we become ultimate despair in the first place?
I asked the same thing in the real world, but nobody would give me an answer.
It seems my teachings were quite thorough. However, if you ask me...
People who cling to stuff like hope, talent, or admiration are truly the weakest.
Huh?
Guys who desperately want to reach the top. They don't think about what'll happen when they're pushed off. They're probably too concerned with having a really nice view while they condescend to others. Shoving off guys like that is so easy. I happen to know 17,082 ways to do that. The point is, the moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
That's not even an explanation.
Then, what if you think about it like this? It turns out that you guys being ultimate despair was just part of the game world. And in truth, those guys from the Future Foundation might be part of the game world too. They're simply side characters of the game world whose role is to offer hopeless hope to you guys. Well, after saying all that, I don't even know what's real and what's a game anymore.
Are you kidding around?
Enough! My patience is wearing thin. Let's hurry and start the shutdown sequence already.
Before you do that, we gotta do some reviewing. When you guys activate the shutdown, you'll revert back to when you were known as Ultimate Despair.
I see. Well, I like the bit where Junko gets erased at the bottom down there. Probably the only good bit about that, though.
And your dead friends will never be revived. And the embodiment of despair, aka me, will be erased, thereby preserving hope in the real world.
Except for the bit where we're full of Junko despair.
Now then, will the hope of the Future Foundation win? Or will my despair win?
All right! Things are starting to heat up!
This isn't a game, you know.
Au contraire. This is a game. The game of hope and despair that started with your killing school life. That explains why these chumps who weren't around last time have been reduced to mere side characters.
You called us chumps again!
Only 'cause it's true! Most importantly, the killing school trip wasn't just for your sake.
Huh?
There was a more important goal there. The goal of luring a specific group of people. Since now's a great time, why don't we make that the question?
Question?
As long as we're in the game world, the rules say I gotta ask questions every now and then.
You gotta keep it a game.
So, question. Who did I lure and how did I do it? The hint is, I get bored easily, so the same outcome as the killing school life would be a pain in the ass. Okie dokie, let's all think about it together.
Same outcome as the killing school life. Do I just have to remember what occurred there? The people Junko lured, the method. You should try connecting those dots, there should be an answer there. Logic dive! I regret saying I wanted another logic dive, but hey, this should be reasonably interesting. So much easier if there weren't so many stupid obstacles. Except it's not giving me any this time. We just go through loops forever. No. That would be too easy. Jump! Question! Question the first? No, not question the first, just glowy lights. Okay. Jump! And... jump again? Yeah, that's fine, that'll do. Question the first. Who did Junko Inoshima want to lure? Hope's Peak Academy's headmaster, the Ultimate Despair, or the Future Foundation? Presumably the Future Foundation, because Ultimate Despair was already here, and Hope's Peak Academy headmaster has not really been relevant to things since last game. Hooray! Okay. Damn it! Why was I doing stupid jumps? Because I'm stupid. Right. Question the second? Question the second. What bait was used to lure the Future Foundation? The killings? Presumably the killings. I think. Hooray! Okay, it was the killings. No, dodgy things! Well, these ones move more predictably, at least, than that first lot. I'm kind of glad I took all the upgrades for this thing. It's one of the upgrades I've taken that I got fairly consistently decent use out of, I think. Question the third. What did Junko use to force them to kill? What did Junko use to force them to watch the killings? Was it the surveillance cameras? Oh no, was it the surveillance caramel? Surveillance camera? Or the surveillance cameras? It was the surveillance caramel. Hey! Trick question. Is there a question the fourth? No, there isn't. Question the fourth. What is the airspeed of an unladen swallow?
It's all coming together!
We did it! Do we get the good ending against Dr. Eggman now?
Got it. You used the surveillance cameras. You were trying to lure the Future Foundation by showing them the footage you were recording, weren't you?
They're surveillance cameras? That's what they were being used for?
In the previous Killing School life, the surveillance camera footage was broadcast outside of the school. You used the cameras that were placed throughout the entire island for the same purpose.
Ding ding ding! I was broadcasting the Killing School trip live to every member of the Future Foundation.
The footage you recorded with the surveillance cameras was shown to the Future Foundation? What shall I do? I did a lot of disgraceful things in front of those cameras!
You sure did.
Wow, okay.
I will never be queen now! Please forget what you saw!
So you guys were watching us? Then why didn't you come rescue us earlier?
No comments from Kazuichi on that score, you know. No?
We tried to hack in many times, but the virus within the program blocked us at every turn.
Not only that, the Neo World program stopped accepting shutdown commands from the outside. As a last resort, we considered...
We didn't know what would happen to the subjects if we cut the power.
I fat-fingered that one. What did he say? The Neo World program stopped accepting shutdown commands from the outside. The last resort we considered cutting power, but we didn't know what would happen to subjects if we cut the power while the program was still running. Should have planned that before you started running all this.
There's no way we'd jeopardize your safety by taking such a gamble.
Even so, we kept trying over and over again, until it was finally possible for us to enter the program. just a short time ago.
And you came all the way here when you knew it was a trap. I get it. You couldn't just leave them alone. If you saw people dying one by one with your own eyes by the same killing game you guys played, hope dictates that you act all high and mighty and say, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna stop it this time, right?"
Hey, don't tell me that's the reason you made us go through all this.
Of course we made you do it for that reason. We orchestrated this game instead of killing you outright, solely to show it off to the Future Foundation.
We were forced to solve puzzles and riddles just so you could show it off to the Future Foundation?
That's why you guys are chumps. You're just the bait I used to catch a big fish called the Future Foundation. But it's not my fault, you know. This game is a fight between the Future Foundation and me. You guys were just instigators in the background. But you guys already knew that when you chose to play this game, right?
Just 1 second, please! That sounds as though we...
As though we wanted to come to this world of our own free will.
But that's precisely the truth.
Huh?
You guys chose to be instigators, and you were willingly taken into the Neo World program. To provide the opportunity I needed to push this battle between hope and despair into overtime. That's right. The reason the Ultimate Despairs began killing each other was set up by the group itself.
That's just your imagination.
Naive Makoto totally fell for the trap. Oh, and now your face is filled with a lovely shade of despair.
Whoa, that despair is fucking obvious. You're here to rescue the assholes who set this up in the first place.
Don't go blaming us for this.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you guys. This time around, I might be able to fill these guys with despair.
We do not feel despair. Even if this was all a trap, we will never regret coming here.
And this is the only thing we could do to stop you. But nevertheless, it's all over. We will shut you down and end all of this.
You're pretty fucking desperate. Oh, that's pretty fucking obvious. If you don't initiate the shutdown, those Future Foundation fuckwits are gonna be trapped here forever.
Trapped? Why would that happen?
Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Didn't I already explain it? You know, the graduation exam rule?
There are two options, graduate and there are two options, graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you can cast your vote, and whichever one has the majority will be considered your final decision.
But that's not all, right? In order to pass the graduation exam, there was one more requirement.
The other requirement to pass the graduation exam is the teacher's final decision, or collect all the hope fragments.
I see.
As I recall, we also need the teacher's final decision.
To participate in the graduation program, you need my permission as your acting teacher, you know. What? Does that mean it won't end with just a majority vote? After the vote, I'm going to judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not. So even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it?
Obviously, there's no way I'd let the members of the Future Foundation graduate. So if you can't activate the shutdown, the Foundation will enter the endless life of repeating the grade!
That's only if the shutdown sequence doesn't activate, right?
But that's impossible. Everyone here understands how dangerous it is to release you into the real world.
We know that. All too well. I mean, she's been bad-mouthing us this whole time.
Oh. Looks like you shouldn't have talked so much. Out of the mouth comes evil, so they say.
It's true that we fell for this trap, and that we run the risk of not being able to go back. But what's wrong with that? Thinking we'd back down because of something like that is a huge mistake.
That's my line. Thinking your little shutdown plan will succeed is a huge mistake.
Huh?
You're totally overestimating those chumps over there. There's no way they'll start the shutdown sequence.
Why not?
Look upon their faces.
They look like piglets who were forced to watch their mom roasting on a spit.
There's no fucking way they'll initiate the shutdown just to go back to being ultimate despair.
That is... well...
Junko, I don't care what you say. I've decided to believe in everyone.
Oh, here we go again. Big Mac believing in everyone.
It's true that they walked the wrong path before, but that's all in the past now. What I believe in is not their past, but their futures.
I was totally waiting for a protagonistic line like that. When I crush you with despair, such ecstasy.
No matter what you do to me, I will never fall into despair.
Ah, wrong. I'm not the one who's gonna make you fall into despair. That's the Mastermind's job, and they'll be appearing very soon.
Oh dang, someone higher up than Junko now.
Mastermind?
Mastermind? Someone else is coming?
That can't be. It's just a bluff.
You should never make the last character who appears in a detective story turn out to be the Mastermind. But I always fall into that pattern, so I was kind of worried about that.
Enough already. What are you talking about?
Oh well, let's bring him out with lots of energy. It's Mr. Izuru Kamakura!
Kinda had a feeling that might pop up. Like when the moment she said Mastermind, I was like, oh, there's someone else? Oh, yeah, that guy that came. That guy was like, we saw his portrait hanging on the school 3 times, and 3 times we were like, oh, Mr. Izuru Kamakura. Oh, what an interesting fellow to be hanging on a wall here. I wonder why he would be mentioned 3 times throughout the game.
Izuru Kamakura?
Name, I've heard it before. A person was called the Ultimate Hope. Well, that shouldn't be all he was. That's right, I've seen a person called Izuru Kamakura somewhere else. As I recall, that person was hanging on the walls in 3 different places. He was a dark diva of destruction. That's a phenomenal option, yes. He was one of the 4 dark divas of destruction.
I see!
Izuru Kamakura? Isn't that the name of the founder of Hope's Peak Academy? It was written on the placard beneath the portrait of the Academy's founder. That name. It was definitely Izuru Kamakura, right?
However, based on the information I know, the man known as Izuru Kamakura...
If I recall, he's a super genius who acquired many talents. He was even called the Ultimate Hope, right?
Does the founder have the same name as that Ultimate Hope guy?
Is that kind of coincidence even possible?
The Future Foundation might know something, right?
How about it, Kyoko?
Even within Hope's Peak Academy, there's very little information about a person called Izuru Kamakura. It's a mystery if such a person ever really existed. And not just that, the matter was closed without ever being settled because of that incident.
If you do not know, then please allow me. Providing hopelessly skilled explanations is a quirk of mine. The reason Izuru's existence continues to be such a mystery is because the Academy hid it.
I was kind of waiting for someone to mention the will of causality as soon as the Davis came. I was going to say myself, I was like, nah, someone will get that one for me. Can't have a day go by without it being the will of causality. Ugh, that causality, man.
Why did the Academy hide his existence?
If I recall, they were trying to protect their superior talent.
However, that prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members at Hope's Peak Academy.
Let's recap that one. If I recall, they were trying to protect their superior talent. They even called it... Okay, why did the Academy hide his existence? If I recall, they were trying to protect their superior talent. They even called it mankind's hope, correct? The prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members. Okay.
Izuru is the killer responsible for Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most awful event.
As recounted in this entertaining manga.
And you're the one who set it up, right?
Information about Izuru completely vanished after that incident.
We thought Junko and Ashima killed them? Oh, don't say such cruel things. Izuru Kamakura is very much alive. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Huh?
What? I am... what?
Like I said, you're Izuru Kamakura.
What a twist. Okay. Pippin, hi. You joined literally just in time for the biggest plot twist of the game so far. I hope you're up to speed here, but apparently we're the bad guy. the ultimate bad guy of all bad guys. Like, we're the biggest bad of all. We were the bad guy even in the first game. Before, like, we even existed in the game. Yeah. It's awesome. I'm glad you're up to speed. It's cool.
Huh? Alrighty? If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you till you do understand.
You're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're...
Hold on! Seriously, what are you talking about?
Liar! There's no way! There's no way Hajime is Izuru Kamakura!
Izuru is that ultimate hope, right? But Hajime is...
The one thing with the whole... okay, the old characters are there because the world is virtual and a simulation, and they're the guys who created this virtual simulated world, and they came in to rescue us because the only way out is by a majority vote, and we didn't have enough majority to vote because we all murdered each other, so they came back into the world to make up the numbers so that we could vote our way out. However, there's still some debate as to the best option to pick at this stage. Yeah, okay, the other issue that I'm not following is Izuru Kamakura. They keep talking about him as a student, and also in this instance Hajime, but also, like, we've seen his portrait hanging on a wall 3 times, and he was like an old dude with grey hair in all 3 pictures. With like an oldie, mastersy style portrait, ornate, hanging on the wall, some old chap. This is clearly been there a while. This ain't some friggin' 17-year-old student or whatever these guys are supposed to be. Not entirely sure exactly, but yeah. That's okay, right. Don't go any more into that plot until they've explained it, please.
That's right. Hajime is one of those reserve course dropouts and has no talent whatsoever. But the fact that he's really Izuru Kamakura makes all this much more hopeless.
I'm Izuru Kamakura? Make your argument. My argument is that I'm Hajime. Alrighty. Don't know which one that's gonna be.
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity, was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata! I've always had that name ever since I was born!
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope? That might be Izuru.
What the hell? Just things everywhere. I'm the ultimate hope? Then Kurumi and Izuru Kamakura, what did Hope's Peak Academy do to me? Right, like, you've kind of spoiled things twice now. Not majorly, but both times I've asked you not to do that. And both times your response to that has simply been no. So, no. No, that's not how I get rid of it. How do I ban you? How do I ban you? Hide user on this channel, that'll do it. Okay, this user message will be handed. There we go! No spoils. You can carry on watching if you like, but you don't get to write anything more. You've been told for about 3 months now, don't spoil anything. If you didn't get that message, and your response to spoiling things for me is literally no, then I'm gonna ban you. It's as simple as that. Do not say you were not warned. That amazingly it's taken right until the very ending of the game for me to have to actually ban anyone. Huh. I thought that would come up sooner.
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity. Was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata! I've always had that name ever since I was born!
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope?
What does that mean? No? Created hope. Created hope. Created hope. What? Do I have something that agrees with that? I feel like that... What adds up here? I mean, what, what Fuyuhiko said kind of checks out, I would say, where he's like, oh, were you hidden in the reserve course? I'm the only one who survived the reserve course. Of course, that makes some sort of sense, but, yeah, that, oh, that's totally what, is that what I do? No, but I don't want to contradict that, I want to agree with it. The tragedy of Hope's Peak. And also that's the 13 members of the student council dying anyway. Oh, when he said, oh, there was created hope though, wasn't there? Could it be created hope? And it does say Izuru Kamakura was created as the ultimate hope. So tragedy of Hope's Peak agrees with that, right?
Damn it!
Good news, Hajime!
Okay.
Even though you were mocked for being a reserve, he had a talent all along!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like...
In order to hide Izuru's identity. Was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata! I've always had that name ever since I was born!
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us.
I do not want any more last-minute plot.
Could it be created hope?
No? Okay.
Damn it!
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were...
What does the reserve department say then? Reserve Corps... No. Department populated by Reserve Corps students, took general entrance exams, took group funding, 2,300 were infected by despair and committed mass suicide, there was only one survivor. The Hope Cultivation Plan. What does that say? Oh, when he said, oh, created hope? Many years Hope's Peak Academy attempted to create true hope by consolidating the results of research. Ah, Hope Cultivation Plan could tie into created hope.
Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity. Was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime. I've always had that name ever since I was born!
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot.
Could it be created hope?
That'll do it.
That must be it! Created hope. Are you talking about the Hope Cultivation Plan?
Hope Cultivation Plan? What is that?
A while back, I saw a file kept by the Future Foundation. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy was researching a breakthrough plan to cultivate personal talent.
It's true, it was a breakthrough plan. After all, it was a plan to create the perfect genius.
Create? For the longest time, the Hope Cultivation Plan was the earnest wish of Hope's Peak Academy. In fact, that's why the Academy was established. Part of because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder.
For the longest plan, the Hope Cultivation Plan was the earnest wish of the Hope's Peak Academy. In fact, that's why this academy was established. Part of that plan was researching the talents for ultimates. Because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder. Okay.
And called it the Izuru Kamakura Project.
Izuru Kamakura Project?
Just a little while ago, they were finally able to reach the experimental stage of that plan. From there, they set their sights on the reserve course dropouts to use them as lab rats.
Why did they use the reserve course as lab rats?
A plan to create talent artificially requires test subjects that are wholly lacking in talent. From that group of reserve course students, the one who was finally chosen was Hajime, who stands before you now.
Why me?
Because you admired Hope's Peak Academy more than anybody else.
Huh?
You still don't get it? You were used by the Academy.
You need the consent as a background. It's not that good, mate. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but I'm sure you can get it if you want it anyway.
They exploited your feelings of admiration toward Hope and talent just to use you as a lab rat.
So ultimately, this whole there were two Izuros, yeah, fair enough. It was a minor spoiler, but nonetheless, more the attitude towards I'm going to spoil things if I want is kind of what I don't like around here. Yes, it was a minor spoiler. There's only like an hour or two tops left in the game, I think, stroke hope. So they couldn't possibly spoil too much, but still, you know, that attitude of I'm going to spoil your game and yeah, I ain't gonna stand for that around here.
What? See?
So I was Izuru named after Izuru.
The moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
Lies. That's definitely a lie.
And after many surprises, Hajime Hinata was transformed into Izuru 1.0!
Did you say transformed?
What did they do to him?
Unless you're willing to go to extremes, it's impossible to change a normal person into a perfect genius. So naturally, they went to extremes. By directly interfering with his brain, Hope's Peak Academy transformed Hajime Hinata
holy shit,
into a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself. Eventually, Izuru became an ultimate despair, thanks to me.
I messed with there. Hang on, wait, sorry. I'm really bad at clicking at the wrong time here. Ultimate talent, especially his talent itself, known as Izuru Kamakura. Okay, that's all I missed.
But all I did to Izuru was simply break his spirit. That's nothing compared to what Hope's Peak Academy did to him. Not even close. Seriously, it's scary how determined the researchers were to mess with the human brain that much. Doing such inhumane acts that nobody else is capable of with such a calm mind and a steady hand. I admire it so much, it makes my mind numb. By the way, you're just a simple avatar right now, so even if you touch your head, you won't feel the scar.
Did they really do something like that?
But if you think about it, if Hajime gets out of here, he's gonna be a super genius, right?
Like I said, he's not Hajime. He's a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself.
Different person? How is he different?
Did I just downplay consent? I mean, not in that context. I mean, I know. I mean, I agree. Consent is very important. So I just don't think it's necessarily important enough to use as your background. I probably shouldn't dig this hole any further.
All of his senses, emotions, thoughts, and hobbies that interfere with acquiring talent have been excised.
Huh?
All of his memories of the past have been forcefully suppressed into the darkest recesses of his mind.
Huh?
Emotions? Thoughts? Hobbies? He doesn't even have a memory?
It sounds like he is a completely different person.
So that's why it's so surprising that Hajime even exists here at all, even if he's just an avatar. The Neo World program must have dug up those memories and rebuilt his old personality from data from the past.
I cannot help but feel impressed that the Neo World program was able to accomplish such a feat.
But as for Hajime, he probably would have been better off if he stayed erased.
Then, when Hajime returns to his original state after the shutdown,
he'll disappear.
Disappear?
All that will remain is Izuru Kamakura, an entirely different personality created by Hope's Peak Academy. He will no longer be Hajime Hinata.
Disappear? I'm going to disappear? Disappear. 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 Disappear, 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 disappear! Oh damn! This is the other side of the conversation! Oh my god. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I'll not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There is no reason to meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring. Oh, right, that was the bit about boring. I said boring was important. Okay. Izuru thought Nagato was boring. Okay. You really don't play along, do you? I'm presuming that must be Izuru. I don't know who else that could possibly be at this stage.
Hajime? Was that me? No, that's not me!
That's what you are. That's who Izuru Kamakura is. You're the one who brought me into this world. You're Izuru Kamakura, the mastermind behind all of this. Huh?
Could it be? The one who uploaded you into the Neo World program was...
It's not me!
Just so you know, as long as your brain has been messed with, you can't undo it no matter how hard you try.
Then...
Have no way to be saved, you say? But you already know what you must do.
I do? I already know how I can be saved. Choose repeat is presumably what she wants. I could become the Blackened and kill everybody. Yeah, let's do that. Or we could submit to Junko. I don't know how one would go about doing that. That's literally not one of the options on a button. There is no button in front of me that says submit to Junko. Suppose you choose repeat. No? Already know. Was it not? Is it submit to Junko? No? Choose graduate. Oh wait, no, I'm completely missing up what the options were. Yeah, it's graduate, not repeat. Graduate. Yeah. See, I just need to choose graduate.
I just need to choose graduate then.
You know, a tiny bit from the first game, but the story's confusing. Yeah, I mean, like, literally just catching up to speed with the ending of the second game. It's, in at the deep end would be to downplay it quite considerably.
Huh? In that case, the Hajime avatar will be uploaded into his real body. So, Hajime will be safely reborn. Truly a royal road to a hopeless happy ending.
Hold on. You can't do that.
If you do that, everyone who died will be taken over by Junko's alter ego.
Like, if you guys don't start the shutdown, the Future Foundation will be trapped here. I can't allow the Future Foundation to sacrifice themselves for the ultimate despairs.
Jeez, you should have said so before. You guys aren't honest at all.
That's not it. What we're saying is...
We have to protect the world from despair, you say? Okay, that's getting so old. Do you really have to sacrifice yourselves just to protect the world in the first place? What if the world's hope is different from your hope? Even if the world is happy, it's meaningless if you aren't happy.
That's...
Plus, the Future Foundation wants to kill all the ultimate despairs, right? Once you go back to being ultimate despair, the Future Foundation's punishment time will activate.
It would be absolutely dreadful if that were to happen.
Not just dreadful.
It's rather fucking hopeless, don't you think?
And can you guys even endure that? Everything that happened here will just end up being a meaningless game. Everything you felt, awe, friendship, love. There won't even be save data left of it. The girl you love and the guy you hate grow weaker and skinnier each day they lay immobilized. And in Hajime's case, his very existence is going to disappear. All because of the academy he loves so much. Will you be able to endure such despair? Who are you going to endure it for? For people you've never met before? For people who don't even appreciate you? Does that sound like hope to you?
You can't believe her! That's how she works!
That's what she does, so she can lure you all toward despair.
There is no reason to listen to her. Hurry up and start the shutdown.
Oh, hold on!
What is it? Why are we still waiting? Do you still not understand what's going to happen to the real world if Junko escapes?
No, I was just...
How many victims do you think the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history has claimed?
Right now, it's finally started to calm down. If Junko Enoshima makes it to the real world, countless victims will fill the streets. The world will regress to an era of bloodshed, chaos, and worldwide rioting.
So that's why you're telling them to start the shutdown sequence? To prevent that? You're telling them to turn back into ultimate despair and lose all the memories they made in this world. Even among them, there are those who will simply cease to exist. And you're telling them to just deal with it?
At this point, this is the only way.
No. There is another way. As long as they choose to graduate, they can pass along their avatar's memories. And everyone here will be able to hold hands and keep on living. Well, everyone who died will be taken over by me, but don't you think that's a better fate than being a vegetable for the rest of their life?
You guys, you can't buy into this. Think carefully about which is true hope.
And which is true despair.
What shall we do?
You're asking us? You're telling us to decide?
Damn it! Why'd it turn out like this?
This is it? Final thing?
Everyone can overcome despair. You guys should be able to grasp true hope.
I know how this game works.
Will now disappear.
You gotta shoot people with hope, because hope is infectious!
The reason everybody died.
Are you really going to let her take over your friends' bodies?
You might think I'm a fool, but... I want to see Peko one more time.
If we turn back into ultimate despair, the Future Foundation might kill us, right?
We won't let them do that.
Whoa, my meat is going crazy. I didn't even
This is
see
all the
that.
Future Foundation's fault. They're the ones who stuck us in this messed up world!
For your protection.
If Junko escapes to the real world, there will be countless victims again.
I know, but...
Everyone's hope is in conflict.
Interesting, this didn't.
Such
Oh, there we go. Hope defeats despair. Wait, what? No. What do you mean? Oh, okay. It doesn't work. Never mind. Doesn't work. That was too obvious. Yeah, hope defeats despair. Damn it! Graduate or shut down. The world or me. Hope or despair. Telling us to choose? Choose between that? Why? Why do we have to choose? Oh, my health. You know, there's a battle you can't win.
I can't do it.
Huh? Can't do it?
I can't choose. You guys are telling us the world's going to be destroyed unless we sacrifice ourselves.
That bit was kind of playing out like the ending from number one, and I was like, yeah, I know this game, but I also think it's not going to play out the same way. They're going to be like, hey, shoot everything with hope, and hope wins. Couldn't possibly be that simple.
And that, I can't decide. I can't choose either one.
Hajime!
Shut up! Leave me alone! This is just too much.
That's a Nagato face. Dude's pulling Nagato face now.
Why do I have to be a part of this?
That's a man who's going crazy.
I mean, I'm different from the rest of you. And I don't even have a talent. But even so, I got dragged into this. And now, my existence is going to disappear? I don't understand it at all.
Both choices are hopeless.
How much of ourselves do we have to sacrifice?
This burden. Don't you dare make us shoulder it.
There's no way we can handle this on our own. Everyone, get a hold of yourselves.
It's impossible! For someone like me, it's impossible. I can't choose the future! Hope, despair, do whatever you want. It's not my problem!
That's... And there's no answer. So you've chosen to make no choice at all. Jeez. Once again, this went exactly as I expected. I get so hopelessly bored when everything goes according to plan. Oh well, since I have everyone's data, I kind of figured things would play out like this. That is, unless something else hopelessly unpredictable happens. Well, I can say that, but the chance of something convenient happening is hopeless. After all, this is a game. A world where everything progresses with predetermined harmony. Fine, I guess it's okay. You don't have to force yourself to make a choice. A futureless future. I think it's fine if that exists too. As long as you don't yearn for hope, you'll never fall victim to despair. That goes for me too. As long as I don't yearn for despair, I'll never need to hope for it. So, let's all free ourselves from this curse and stay here as the best of friends. Let's immerse ourselves in this tropical island life forever and ever. Forever and ever, and ever 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 and ever.
Oh, we getting cutscenes. Cutscenes are happening. This must be... I think we're almost at an end, guys. Hey, everyone's back. Our nice tropical beach class trial.
All right, a game
Night Hill.
reset.
And with this, the world will continue to loop.
An eternal game utopia sounds like fun.
I guess it's fine to stay like this for a while.
Young master, that is a wise call.
Yay! You didn't have to forget us.
Yes, there's no way I would forget.
And with this, Juko's gone.
All right, let's party!
I'm gonna showcase my full cooking ability.
Just leave the BGM to Ibuki!
Hey, can I take a picture to commemorate this?
Want to be awed by the sight of my prowess? I've prepared you a training regiment.
If you get hurt, let me know.
Should I begin with a brief introduction of myself?
Wow.
After all this time?
What was this again? I freaking love that the only thing Gundam had to contribute to that. Everyone else was like, hey, let's do all this stuff together and have fun. Gundam was literally like, let me impress you. God damn it, Gundam. I love Gundam. Oh well, no need to think about it. I wanted this ending.
All right, a game reset.
And with this, the world will continue to loop.
An eternal game utopia sounds
No.
like fun.
What am I doing? Was this? I didn't even really pick up on. Was there something else to shoot at some point? I
And
presume.
with this, the world will continue to loop.
An eternal game utopia sounds like fun.
I take that, or was there something
I
to
guess
shoot
it's
Eternal
fine to
Game
stay like
Utopia
this
with?
for a while.
Young master, that is a wise call.
Yay!
Yes, there's...
And with this, Juko.
All right, I'm gonna showcase my...
Just leave the BG.
Hey, can I take...
Want to be awed by the... I've prepared you a...
Should I begin with a...
That's not it.
You guys aren't part of the game, right?
No, okay.
And with this, the world...
An eternal game...
I guess it's fine to stay...
Not part of the game, breaks eternal game utopia, I guess.
And with
Yeah.
this, Juka...
Sounds like makes more sense.
I'm gonna showcase my... Just leave the BG... Hey, can I take...
Want to be awed by the... I've prepared you a...
God, this is so long.
Should I begin with...
That's not it. You guys aren't part of the game, right?
All right!
And with this, the world...
An eternal game utopia...
That's got it.
This world...
Who are you?
You just broke the game by shooting the game with the game.
I'm just a part of the game. But you guys aren't, right?
Chiaki? Is that you?
I don't know.
Does this mean you're my memory of Chiaki? Because you should have already disappeared. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, don't you think they're messed up? Telling us the world's going to be destroyed? And to sacrifice ourselves? There's no way I can choose. For someone like me, I'm just not able to choose. Seriously, I've had enough. I'm tired of being mixed up in all this stuff I don't understand. Not only was I told that I have no talent at all, but if I get out, I'll go back to being ultimate despair. And on top of that, I was told I'm going to disappear too. Isn't that messed up? Hey, you don't want that either, right? I mean, if we lose our memories, there won't be a single trace of your existence left. You're going to completely disappear, and none of us will ever remember you.
No, I won't.
Huh?
Even if I cease to exist, even if you guys never remember me again, that doesn't mean I will completely disappear. As long as everyone continues to move forward toward the future we created together, I will never disappear. What I lived for, fought for, and risked my life for will still exist.
You're right, but...
You're probably just scared, right? Not just of disappearing. You're scared of moving toward the future with such a heavy burden, right?
Yeah. I'm scared. I'm obviously terrified of that.
How much longer are you going to be this indecisive?
Huh?
Didn't you want to become someone with confidence? Isn't that why you admired Hope's Peak Academy?
But even Hope's Peak Academy tricked me.
Hajime, you've had it wrong this whole time.
Wrong?
Having talent isn't the goal. There's something much more important than whether or not you have talent, right? What's important is that you believe in yourself. If you can't do that, no matter how much talent you possess, you will never be confident in yourself. Just like how you were in the past.
You? Hey, who are you? I mean, you should have already disappeared, right?
But past Hajime is in the past. He's not the same Hajime who spent time with me and the others in this world. So it's going to be alright. I think it's time you finally had confidence in yourself.
Hey, Chiaki. Can you tell me something? Which choice should I make? My hope? The world's hope? Which one should I choose?
You guys are the only ones who have the right to decide your future. And the responsibility, too.
So you're saying I should choose for myself?
But if you can't choose either future, why don't you just create one?
Create?
Even if this world is just a game, you guys aren't part of the game. You guys don't have to just choose a future. You should be able to create one as well.
Do you think someone like me can do that?
Since you're not part of the game, you don't have to worry about talent, skill, or level. You guys have a tremendous ultimate move that can overcome anything. I guess what I'm trying to say is,
If you just do it, things will turn out okay.
If I do it, things will turn out okay.
Of course. Games aren't very fun when they're easy to clear.
But this isn't a game, right?
Hey, Hajime. This isn't for the sake of anyone else. You have to do this for yourself. Now then, it's about time you show me your cool side, Hajime. Come on, I'll help out too.
Help?
Whoa!
I have no talent at all. I was even betrayed by the academy I admired so much. I don't want to disappear. I'm not Izuru Kamakura. Who cares what will happen to the world? I don't want to sacrifice myself. It's not like I'll be appreciated anyway. There's no way we can beat Junko. It's the Future Foundation's fault. Not mine. I can't choose the future.
See? If you just do it, things will turn out okay. You should even be able to create the future.
I think we might need that one. This is me? Is this really me? So uncool. It's totally uncool.
I have no talent at all.
I have the talent to create the future!
I was even betrayed by the academy I admired so much.
I'm gonna create the future!
I don't want to disappear.
I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna create the future.
I'm not Izuru Kamakura.
I am, and I'm gonna create the future.
Who cares what will happen to the world?
I care when I create the future.
I don't want to sacrifice myself.
I'm gonna create the future instead.
It's not like I'll be appreciated anyway.
People will appreciate me creating the future.
There's no way we can beat Junko.
Can't if we create the future. Have we made the point
it's
yet?
It's the Future Foundation's fault.
No, I'm gonna create the Future Foundation. No, wait.
Not mine.
Create the future.
Even so, I can't choose the future.
Create it instead.
Even so,
No matter what kind of future it is, as long as you guys move toward it, I will never disappear. Everything that happened here, it won't be meaningless. If you guys carried the burden of both hope and despair, you should even be able to create the future. Even if it's a convenient miracle. If you just do it, things will turn out okay. That's why you can't hesitate now. Resolve to throw everything away and give it everything you got. I'll be cheering for you too.
That reminds me. I forgot to say it again.
Awaken! Awaken!
I will not even remember why everyone died.
If we don't rid the world of despair,
Game turned into a clicker. Worst game ever.
I want to see Becca one more time.
If we turn back into ultimate despair, we might be killed by the Future Foundation, right?
This is your responsibility, since you're the ones who fell to despair.
It's not my responsibility. It's
Have I
the
woken
Future
yet?
Foundation's.
I have no idea what's going on here.
They're both hope and they're both despair. A conclusion will never be fucking reached.
You can't lose hope.
Store
The
power?
memories we made here disappear.
Okay, we're just storing power now.
I will not even remember
This is a weird ass
why everyone
game.
died.
And it's totally just a clicker. Alright,
If we
I can do
don't
this.
rid the world of despair, the tragedy will start once again.
I want to see Becca one more time.
If we turn back into ultimate despair, we might be killed by the Future Foundation, right?
This is your responsibility, since you're the ones who fell to despair.
Yaki is still an asshole.
Responsibility. It's the Future Foundation's.
They're both hope and they're both despair. A conclusion will never be fucking reached.
Have I still enough power yet? Oh my god, my hand is
If the memories
breaking.
we made here disappear, I will not even remember.
Oh, it's not a clicker, it's a holder. Okay. Jeez, thank... There's a real thing here where people point things out literally as I discover them. Hey!
You can't lose hope!
If the
Okay,
memories we made
whoops.
here just... I will not even remember why everyone died.
Okay,
If we
now
don't
it's
rid the world
automated,
of
right.
The tragedy will start.
Thank you,
We turned back into. We might be killed by
Vianor
the
Kronos.
your responsibility.
But, I mean, like, I figured that out literally as you said it.
Hope and the conclusion will never.
No, that's wrong!
There won't just be hope. There will probably be a lot of despair, too.
I'm trying to think, he looked exactly like Kyondo, wasn't it? Yeah, when Kiyotaka and Mondo, like, fused personalities. That's, I saw it, I was like, that looks really familiar. Yep, yeah, he's just turned into Kyondo.
I don't know what kind of future awaits us.
But our futures are ours. I won't let anyone take them.
Huh? Who the hell are you?
I've decided. I'm done running away.
I will fight for my future. I will fight alongside the future that everyone created for me. It's not for anyone else's sake but my own.
Don't tell me. Izuru? Hey, what the heck is going on? Is this a serious bug or something?
I am not Izuru Kamakura.
Oh, he's doing the fused personality things. He's Izuru. He's Izajime or Kaminata, something like that.
I am Hajime Hinata.
No, he is Hajime Hinata. Okay, fair enough. Oh crap! We got a rebuttal showdown. God, we haven't had one of those this trial. Well, at least we seem to have unlimited power for this one.
You despair because you yearn for hope. You yearn for hope because you just
unlimited cuts.
Already. There's no need for you to choose. Close your eyes and cover it. Just shut the hell up. You do that. If you don't want that, just turn off the game.
Hey, we will.
You don't have to look at the hopeless future.
I'll never let anyone choose again.
Damn. No! Panic talk action. Okay, well
I don't want anything. You have no argument.
Oh, you still need to actually be able to
There's
time
no
it.
hope.
You may have unlimited power, but you still need to be able to
Just
time
give
it.
up already. A miracle won't happen. What is this crappy feeling? I don't want anything. Izuru! You have no argument. The future will make you suffer. Just give up already. You're not hope. I don't want to lose anything. Any choice is despair. You're not hope. You have no argument. I don't want anything. You won't be able to do it. You won't be able to do anything.
That's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
Amazing. It's like, what the hell does that spell? It's like, oh, that's wrong.
What the heck is wrong with you?
Objection.
Why is there a bug like this all of a sudden?
Everyone, let's shut this game down!
Huh? But...
Don't you get it? If we start the shutdown sequence, we'll...
There's never only one choice to make. There's no way I'll allow things to end this way. The future everyone has created for us should have more possibilities than that. Let's leave this place with confidence, and from there we can just create it on our own. The future that we want.
What are you saying? There's no way something that
Oh, title music's
going to
playing.
happen.
It wouldn't be strange if a miracle happened. This isn't a game. We can change the future as much as we want.
Even if you talk big, if you leave here, you're just gonna forget everything. That goes for everyone else!
We just have to press these two buttons at the same time, correct? I wonder. I do not really understand it myself, but... I just saw it. When my body felt so heavy that I could not move, when I felt as though I was sinking into a deep black sea. It was at that moment I somehow heard Hajime's voice. And though it was just a flash, I saw it. Like a lighthouse beacon shining across an ocean of darkness. A warm, yet resolute light. The one who shined that light, it was probably... You saw it too, right, Hajime? The future we are going to create from this moment on. It is also the future that everyone has created, right? Then, there is no way we can stop now.
Seriously, that's a suicidal decision!
I'm well aware it might be an act of suicide. There's no telling how this will play out. But... I heard her voice. In fact, I think it was the first time she ever yelled at me. I can't stand on my own 2 feet if she keeps treating me like a damn kid.
I don't like thinking about complicated stuff. If there's someone strong worth fighting, I'll fight. It's just who I am, you know? That's what it means to be confident, right? Then, I'm gonna choose this!
Man, this sure is getting annoying again. But if you're saying you're gonna do it, there's no way I can back out now. If I don't have any place to go back to, I should at least protect this place no matter what.
You all... Why? Why? How can you guys throw yourselves back into the depths of despair?
Because we believe.
Huh?
We believe in our future. That's what makes us different from you. We believe that if we try new things, even difficult things, that everything will turn out okay. We believe we can even create our own futures.
That's impossible! That can't be hope! It's not even despair! What is this?!
Hajime, everyone, thank you.
I'm not the one you should be thanking.
Huh?
Going Super Saiyan defeats logic every day. Yay, we did it well, apparently. I think I scored pretty well. Got over 90 points on everything. Cool.
Well, let's get started.
I didn't think it would end this easily.
Huh? It's not the end, right?
This is just the beginning, right?
First, we need to let this game world end.
And from that point on, we're the ones who are going to create.
That was a spectacularly ridiculous cutscene. I loved it. Oh, you're late. Yeah, that was literally the final boss being defeated. You are just a tiny bit late to the party at this stage. I do apologize. Fortunately, there are 3 hours and 9 minutes of VOD available to catch up on.
Man, this is absolute despair. I feel despair upon despair and despair toward despair yet again. How fun. Once you've experienced the despair I've suffered, there's no turning back. Living in the shadows of past memories. That's too sad, you know? But I guess I no longer have to hope for despair.
That is just so hopeless.
What was that just now? Why did Usami appear? She should have already disappeared.
I guess it's just as Hajime said.
At least, this wasn't the ending prepared for them. This was the ending they created.
Are you saying they're moving towards such an uncertain future on purpose?
Even so, the only thing we can do now is leave it to them. This game world is going to end soon. There is nothing more we can do.
Regardless, there's no need for us to do anything.
Man, it's collapsing.
You're right.
I am sorry to trouble everyone, but... even if we awaken in the real world and forget about what transpired here, it will still have meaning, right?
Of course, Miss Sonia. I don't know the proper way to say this, but I kind of feel the same way too.
You're so bad at explaining things. Now that it's the end, you should at least try a little harder.
People can't change that easily, you know.
Well, whether it has meaning or not, it all depends on us now.
Time's almost up.
I'm pretty scared.
I am scared too.
But it's okay, right? It makes sense to feel scared, right?
That's the future.
Hey, Nakamaru, he's back.
Hey,
just
I'll
switching
never
back
forget
on.
you guys. Or the others. You guys better remember me too. My name is Kazuichi Soda.
With your colorful personalities, there's no way I'd forget you guys that easily.
Even if I forget, I will use all my might and remember.
If you start talking weird later, Hajime, I'll beat you up till you turn back to normal.
That's a relief. But make sure you hold back as much as you can.
So this is the end. But it's just the beginning. Isn't that right? It doesn't change how scared I am. I can't help feeling scared. So scared, but...
Thank you. Thank you, Chiaki. Phew. I finally said it.
Me too. I'll never forget about you guys. I'll never, ever forget. I'll be cheering for you guys from now on. From somewhere. 'Cause we're all friends after all.
Game over. No, we lost. Game over. Got a ting. Giant cell phone. Fair enough. Would you like to save your current progress? Yeah, probably. And so, the incident is coming to an end. The incident riddled with absurdity, with nonsense, with sheer irrationality. is about to lower its curtain. An incident smaller than Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most tragic event, smaller than the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, an incident so small it doesn't even have a name. We all will never know what happened here. Not now, not in the distant future, as long as they remain here.
Apparently they've finished the preparations. We can leave any time.
Then, I guess we should get going.
Hey Makoto, is this really okay? You're the one who said, leave the questions to me, so I let you take the lead. Are they really going to be okay? Didn't they just turn back into ultimate despair?
I don't think that's the case. I mean, if they did turn back, they wouldn't have said that they'd stay on this island.
Perhaps they're thinking about helping their sleeping friends?
I can't really say for sure, but that's what I believe.
Whether they know it or not, the fact that they're already clinging to that feeling shows they're no longer who they were in the past.
It seems that there are too many soft-hearted people here.
But in reality, the possibility of those who are asleep waking up is close to zero.
No, the possibility isn't a problem. Even if there's the smallest possibility, they're still trying to create that future for themselves. In their eyes, that is the future.
The smallest possibility. You might...
Strangely enough, I have a feeling that they'll be able to reach it.
My problem with skipping things is that I kind of often glance at chat, and when I hear the characters stop talking, I click to advance it, even though, like, they're just, like, taking a pause. I apologize for that. What did he say? Might as well call it a miracle.
They've accepted their hopes and their despair, and they're trying to create their own future. Maybe, for people like that, miracles are inevitable. Don't you think?
As cheesy as ever. Seriously, you haven't grown up at all.
Haven't grown up?
That's the main reason we decided to come with you.
Well, who cares? I guess I'll respect your decision. This time. However, what comes next is going to be difficult for us.
Leaving them on this island. If the higher-ups at HQ find out about this, it will definitely cause a scene.
We need to work on concealing it.
That's not a problem.
And what do you intend to explain to HQ?
About that. I was gonna think about it while I was on the ship.
Good luck. I'm not going to help you that much.
Huh? Why?
You should at least be glad that we decided to respect your decision.
Fine.
Then let's go back as well. We're not even close to finished yet. There's still a lot we must do. Besides the Future Foundation, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is not finished. We must end this once and for all, for the sake of the future.
It seems I must fight alongside you all for a little while longer.
Plus, there's someone waiting for you to return.
Don't make me remember something so horrifying.
Toko! They're talking about Toko!
Then let's go. We must create our own futures too.
And so, the ordeal has ended. And from here, our daily lives have started. Lives that are much more absurd, nonsensical, and irrational than before. Things are probably going to be a lot more difficult now. There's no such thing as an answered mystery. It's doubtful whether or not things will even end well. The future isn't a path. It's like an endless sea. You can try to go anywhere, but it doesn't mean you'll get there. Even so, I will keep on living. I will keep on living as Hajime Hinata. My future lies here.
And that's that. That's all she wrote. Unless they have something after the credits, which I wouldn't necessarily put past them. Ultimate Swindler? Who's the Ultimate Swindler? Is that supposed to be the imposter? Is there a different name for the imposter? Weird that they would just suddenly refer to them as that. Like, right in the credits. Like, no, we'll change their identity in the credits. Well now, that got a little bit weird and Deus Ex Machinal and metaphysical at the end, and I'm not quite sure I followed everything. As I say, sometimes it beats you around the head with every last detail, and sometimes it's just like, let's just skim through this. Something about miracles, and now everybody's sort of kind of living happily ever after, and they didn't turn back into their weird old identities. Are you asking me specifically, is this really what we're doing during the credits? Can I put my fist in my mouth? No, I cannot. But yeah, I kind of like things when things are explained in a slightly more rational way than just miracles did it. But hey, it was pretty good up until they started explaining everything with miracles. But then, I mean, I guess, like, one of the hosts of all of this was a magical fairy bunny thing, so I don't know why I should not have expected miracles from the magical fairy bunny. Hacks, miracle fairy bunnies, and Deus Ex Machina. And like, I mean, I don't even know where you go from there. I know we've got like 2 more games and a whole bunch of animes to watch. Not that I'll be watching the animes with you, you can go watch them on your own accord, but you know, like, I don't even know how you step it up from there, and I presume that for V3 and potentially Ultra Despair Girls, they must like knock it up another notch. Tatum Nosaka, you would have run into spoilers if you turned up 3 hours ago. We're watching the end credits. You might not miss any spoilers at this point. Will I play Danganronpa V3? Yeah, I will be playing that, absolutely. Not immediately after this, though. That's been asked a few times. I've said yes every time. I have a bunch of other things I want to play. The game reset they were talking about brought back Monami and Chiaki. Well, Monami, or rather Usami, did seem to return at the end through somehow. Chiaki, less clear on whether Chiaki survived all that. Seemed like she probably didn't. Although, like everybody else, I guess her physical form continues to exist, and they're going to be kept as a vegetable for the rest of their living time, in the hopes that somehow they might bring back their memories of being alive? I don't know. It's a weird way to go. Well, I've forgotten I'm alive. Let me just not remember being alive anymore. So we got all this wonderful, juicy bonus content to get through now as well. We've got the beating the Mono Beasts and the... Is it Island Life? Is that what we've unlocked? Because the other one was School Life, so I guess there's just Island Life. Which is the sort of... I guess they call it the What If version. I don't know if anybody actually really wants to see me play any of that. But, hey. I'm gonna play it. think it's really weird that someone would just join like a Danganronpa stream and then just go, "Oh no! If I watch this, I will be spoiled. Let me go." It's like, why did you click on a Danganronpa stream in the first place? It's like, if you're that bothered about spoilers, you should be playing the game yourself, really, if we're honest. Or you should just be watching from the start and coming along for the ride. One of the two. Don't just turn up during the finale and go, "Oh no, ending spoilers." Yeah, I could have guessed that from the bit where the title of the video was The End. Yeah. Was that meant to be Monokuma? I don't know what he said, it was all Japanese. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. We got Easter egg. Ooh, what do you do with an Easter egg? We obtained Usami strap. Okay. We obtained Danganronpa IF. What's an IF? Would you like to save things? Yeah. Why not? Why not? I got spare save slots. Yeah, island mode, there we go. Oh, we unlocked a novel. What? Oh, that's what we unlocked. You can read the light novel Danganronpa IF, written by that amazing writer. Ooh, okay, so there's a whole friggin' novel in here. There's island mode. This is the alternate storyline where Monokuma lost against Usami. Wonderful. Oh, it said thank you. It was supposed to be Monokuma talking, wasn't it? I can't imagine Monokuma saying thank you for playing. It doesn't seem like his kind of, like, style, really, if we're honest. So we got a whole bunch of Mono Beasts to fight, we got a island mode to do, I got a novel to read, apparently, that I didn't realise I had to read. And, we can go buy all the things. What did we miss? Oh, artwork gallery, I think that was... Oh yeah, concept arts, cool. These were locked, I think this is locked right up until you finish the game. I guess for mostly spoilery reasons. You can go through and see all the characters. I can see without his eye patch. It's been so long since he didn't have an eye patch. I forgot he had an eye patch. He didn't have an eye patch at one point. Oh, the crazy mask on. Patience clothes. I don't know what the character's... Who is that character supposed to be? Holy crap. Ooh, the bosses. Cool. The concept art for the Mono Beast looked originally a little more like this. Not quite as ferocious. A little less intimidating, gonna be honest. Height comparison. Cyberpunk Island. Okay. Ooh, execution title. Oh, right, alternate titles for the punishment scenes. Dot art. Oh, that's the pixel art versions of everyone. Oh, cool. Monokuma and Monomi Theater. Oh, the Wizard of Monomi. Cool. Neat, neat. That's awesome. Alright, I am absolutely gonna go now, because we've been here 3.5 hours, and that is plenty for me in one sitting. It's a lot easier when I don't have to talk consistently for those 3 hours, otherwise I would be destroyed, but I'm doing pretty okay, I'm holding up alright. I could keep going if it wasn't like... time wasn't marching its way towards midnight. Yeah. Thank you for... Oh, you want me to look at the movie gallery? What's in the movie gallery? Alright, well, we'll have a quick look at the movie gallery. It's literally everything that's in the game, though, isn't it? It's just all the snippets of cutscene type things, yeah, like all your executions. End credits. Ooh, mystery bonus scene! What is that? I'm gonna have to find out what that one's about. There's a thing that's not in here. Is that like... Is that somewhat like the, A Man's Fantasy bonus scene from Danganronpa 1, where if you have that in your possession, you literally get a bonus thing? Is that what the Easter egg was about? You finish the game and you get an Easter egg, and if you play it again, you unlock an extra scene by having the Easter egg in your possession? Could be. Yeah, thank you for watching an inordinate amount of this with me, those who've stuck with it and watched an inordinate amount of this with me. 54 hours is currently on the clock for this. Yeah, that's 54 hours. You know what, yeah, you're right, yeah, you're actually right, it probably is from Island Mode. They will introduce Island Mode with, or end Island Mode, one of the two, with a cutscene, and it's probably from that. Yeah, so 54 hours, all documented and recorded for the YouTubes, for anybody who's got 54 hours to kill and wants to do it by binging on my live streams. I've heard of stranger things, but personally it wouldn't be my choice of things to do. Hey, each to their own, I won't stop yet. I don't know what happens on Thursday at this stage. I don't have a game to play on Thursday. It will probably be one of a few things. I, at some point, need to get started on 1-Bit Heart. I need to play the bonus DLC content for Jazzpunk, which has been out for a while, but I only recently discovered exists. And I have not yet done the Christmas content for Party Hard 2, so that might be a thing. But those are all on the chopping block for things to do in the near future, so... Cool. Oh, it comes at the end of the light novel. Okay. Alright, cool. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go. And you should probably go too, because I've been sat around for far too long. You've probably been sat around for far too long. If you're not already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click on the link in the description below and follow me on Twitter, and also join the Discord so that you get lots of notifications as to when I'm doing things. But as a heads up, the next stream will be on Thursday at 9 PM GMT. And as I say, it'll probably be one of the above topics that I recently topicked. So join me for that. It'll be fun. Thank you once again. I shall see you. Good night.